Hey, testing out the new microphone settings. So if I talk really quietly, I think you can hear me. Pipsqueak. All right. So I've adjusted the settings so you can hear me, and it's not too loud when I raise my voice, but then when my voice is really quiet, you can always hear me too. You can even hear me breathe. Look. Oh, Xavier, what are you doing with that sponge? Oh. Nate Doggo secret times, here we come. You will hear the nostrils, yeah, you will. I'm good. How you doing? Min Yanshi. We'll start in a moment. I'm a little bit late. There's a lot of dust in the house and my room is really cramped and horrible, so I do apologize in advance for the tidiness of my room. I'm glad you guys have been able to tune in on a Wednesday. I'm a little bit late to the main scenario story party, but hey, better late than never. Mer, as always, you darling. If you can let me know if there's any volume or problems that I need to adjust, then let me know, yeah? Oh, bless you. So far, so good. That's good. Shaname. Guten Tag. Okay, give me another like 5 minutes, guys. Just let people tune in if that's all right. Just a little briefer as well. We're going to be doing the main scenario, obviously, but the where I'm left off, I'm not quite at Death and Rebirth. I'm at Eye of the Storm. So we're going to finish Eye of the Storm hopefully within the hour or two, and then we'll start going into Death and Rebirth. And then on Friday, we'll also continue and finish off Death and Rebirth. Is that all good? Good plan? Because I'm really stoked for what's going to happen. And I haven't really looked too much into this time lock exploration thing, but damn, the art is so good. Whoa. Yeah, let me familiarize myself with this stuff again. Alright, I'll be right back. Yeah, I haven't looked into it too much. I've just sort of been clicking stuff, but I just haven't had the time to digest it. But rest assured, sweetheart, I like whispering. I'm gonna whisper into the microphone. Oh yeah. Now let me get a drink. Okay, I'm back. Y'all good? You can hear everything. It's the same mic. It's just it's different settings, Cindy. You guys ready? All right, let's play. Let's play game. Hey guys. Snape. You alright? Happy Wednesdays. It's nice to see everybody from the Saturday coming in on the Wednesday. The Wednesday. Yeah. You might fall asleep midstream, damn. Today we are playing some Love in Deep Space. I'm happy for you guys to come in here. Hey. It's nice to see y'all. Right. This music is so dreamy. Right. Okay, some long for longevity. You guys can hear that? No. You guys hear that? Do I need to do that? Bump the volume up like that? Ooh, the music! I've been playing it muted the whole time. Oh yeah. Alright, Mer. Sound check. Sound check. Yeah. Make Caleb talk.
I heard you loud and clear when you said, "Caleb, I summon thee."
Caleb, I summon thee. Hey. That sound too loud? Got my chocolate milk. Alright. Sound check. How about that?
I always bring a lemon with me when I go on missions. The sourness keeps me alert.
Yeah? Lanny's here. Hey, Lanny. Okay, sweet. Let's see how it goes. I love this song. Oh, I'm shaking everything. You can hear everything. Sorry, I've got... Have you noticed I changed my chair? It's like my other chair. I wanted to try it out, so... let's take a look a little bit of this first. I'm kind of curious. Done a little bits of it here, but... wasn't really sure what I was doing. Seems like there's going to be a lot of it. I kind of... yeah. Okay, I'm remembering now. The art in this is really good, yeah. So, ruins groan in the wind, and screams tear through the silence. A long journey reaches a new destination. He arrives at the most... interesting. Wait, what? What the hell was that? Wait, let me... Alright, let's do that again. Alright, here we go. Okay, lock in. Ruins groan in the wind, and screams tear through the silence. A long journey reaches a new destination. He arrives at the most inopportune moment. Buildings collapse and order crumbles, yet this brings him a newfound pleasure. Interesting. His words sink into the dust as his figure vanishes into the darkness. Entirely new something that I wasn't able to read. It's my first time on the stream. Violet Priya, hey, nice to see ya. They're so sweet to chime in. Hello, heads up. Main story is long and a heavy lore dump. Okay. Alright, guys. Thanks for the warning. We're just going to go through this a little bit. Oh, it's MC. Hey, baby girl. Silence replaces fury, which unfolds into an eerily calm reunion. The once unruly enemy from his memories now has clipped wings. With all the vulnerabilities exposed, she's curled up before him. This slaughter had been rehearsed countless times. He raises his arm with great precision. Bang! Once the deafening sound fades, he retreats and goes back the way he came. Behind him, the pod imprisoning the girl slowly opens to offer an escape route. The past remains unsettled as the curtain quietly rises on a new entanglement. Colosseum. The crowd erupts into revelry and celebrates the arrival of another death. He gazes at the battlefield where the slaughter is about to unfold. Fragments that should have been forgotten suddenly surface. In the gladiatorial cage, they stood face to face. Their vows resonate with sincerity. We'll escape this place together. Yes, we will. But fate always works against humanity. It witnessed their desperate pursuit of light, while simultaneously pushing them deeper into the darkness. Ooh, interesting. I can't do the rest, right? Yeah, okay. Interesting, huh? Oh, that's so cute. Parting. Ripples of light dance across clear waters as a graceful figure moves between them. They're like fireflies slowly drifting through a dark blue expanse. That seal's so cute. She immerses herself completely. And greedily savors something. I didn't read that. Yet the path beneath his feet will inevitably stretch towards more distant horizons. Too many unknowns are waiting. They're waiting for him to tread into their midst. As gentle breeze rises and falls, he can only fold an entire summer into a farewell and offer it as a gift to her. Although it was merely a moment of warmth. It remains his only ember and lighthouse as he trudges through the desolate, cold years ahead. Okay. I wish Infold would animate Chibi. What Elizabeth said that night will finish. Yeah, exactly. Okay, great. I'm happy. I'm happy doing this. Alright. If I have mic issues, let me know, because I have been testing around the settings, so you can hear me. If you guys have just joined, you can hear me whisper. And I don't know if I should speak into the mic like this, or should I speak to the side of the mic? So we're gonna have to play around with it for a little bit and see what happens, yeah. Do you get me? Pipsqueak. The first way, this way. So yeah, on the side. Alright.
Since you have some free time, we can revisit the plans we put on the back burner.
Okay. Thank you, Caleb. Do I need to adjust anything? No. Okay, cool. Okay, so as I said before, we've got a lot of catching up to do, so we need to go through Eye of the Storm. And yes, I do care about the story, but I kind of want to just rush through this and get to Death and Rebirth, because that is where the meat and potatoes is. That is where we find out, I'm guessing, about Eva. I'm guessing we find out more about Caleb's ties to Eva. I mean, they kind of left us, and I'm like, come on, give it to me. So, let's try and get this through, yeah? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Alright, onwards and upwards. Here we go. Chocolate milkshake. After several ether core fragments were retrieved, Special Operations shifted its focus onto Eva. Their involvement in every recent ether core incident was far too frequent to be a mere coincidence. This business conglomerate, which started in the biotech industry, isn't as clean as it appears at first glance.
Our positions aside, Ever's technological advancements are pretty impressive.
Simone sits next to me, slipping some ice cream into her mouth as she jabs the computer screen in front of me. At this moment, Ever's biannual product launch is about to be broadcast worldwide.
They can achieve things proficiently with machines, when people with Evol couldn't.
Machines?
Damn, Andrew. Andrew, yo! Sick fella. Andrew's voice came from behind a row of translucent displays.
Based on what I can tell, it's not possible for them to make consecutive technological breakthroughs in such a short period of time. Not through normal means, at least.
The frequency in ways Wanderers have been appearing these past few months continue to steadily increase.
During the broadcast, the spokesperson holds up a device that's about the size of a bottle cap.
We'd like to introduce to you our newly designed portable flux stabilizer. It can regulate the frequency of surrounding metaflux fluctuations, thereby stabilizing the protofield and reducing the likelihood of Wanderer materialization.
The audience erupts in thunderous applause. Meanwhile, away from the screen, I exchange knowing glances with my team members. This is more me, I'm Saki. If they start putting these things up on every corner like streetlights, would there even be a need for deep space hunters? Should that happen, we might as well start planning our early retirement party. Simone frowns at the screen.
This is nothing but a blatant provocation. We barely had time to suspect something was off before they brought out this product launch.
Yeah, they're being brazen about it too. It's like they're daring us to keep investigating with what we know so far.
That's unlikely to happen.
Yes. As soon as Simone and I hear Captain Jenna's voice coming from the entrance, we stand up behind the screens. Andrew nods at Jenna. Captain.
The fact that they're hosting a high-profile product launch means they've already covered their tracks. They wouldn't take this risk if there were a possibility of us finding incriminating evidence.
Jenna walks over to the command desk and places a thick folder on it. The three of us gather around her.
The analysis report for the previous fragments has just come out. Let's take a look.
She taps the command desk twice. An irregular spherical structure appears before us. Join the Discord.
They're from the same ether core.
Rose.
Based on its characteristics, we're officially naming it Spatium Core.
A spatium core that can manipulate space. I know of at least 3 different ether cores now. As more ether cores appear, it's certainly a matter of time before the public becomes aware of this extraordinary energy source.
It's just that the fragments of the Spatium Core are held together by some kind of gravitational pull.
I'm sorry, Jenny, your voice is throwing me off a little bit. She points to the center of several fragments.
Right here, one fragment is missing.
Jenna leans forward, looking at us again.
Special Operations' next objective is clear. We must recover this crucial ether core fragment before further complications arise.
Yes, Captain.
Yes, Captain.
Oh, right. There's something you need to know.
With quick reflexes, Simone intercepts Andrew, distracting him under the pretense of exploring new avenues for weapon enhancement with the recently collected data. She's trying, guys. I'm guessing they couldn't find someone in time. So like the new voice actor for Jenna. She's trying. She's not quite as polished as the previous one though. Welcome to the Discord, Rose. Pleasure seeing you. When only we remain in the meeting room, Jenna pauses before activating her watch.
There's more. I couldn't talk about it during the meeting, but it's something you need to know.
A message is transmitted to my watch at her gesture. The words "Ever Secret Investigation Report" float in front of me.
A line in there involves what happened at your house that day. Anyway, I've sent it to your Hunter's Watch. You can read it when you're home.
What happened to our house? Understood. Thick clouds swallow up the remaining patches of sky. It's dark now, and the wind sweeps away the last remnants of the sunset. All that remains is a bleak white. Oh, the weather forecast said there'll be heavy rain today. At some point the streets have become quiet. It's as if people sense the approaching storm and are now hiding. I can see lightning in the distance as it flashes under a cloud. Thunder roars closer again. I should go home. As I'm about to move, a sound presses against my heart like a string, sending a shiver down my spine. Huh? Did it crash, guys? Wow, again? Oh, my heart responds to that eye. The world around me fades, but the call I hear becomes clearer. It's behind that. Somewhere in the distance lies the power of Ether Core. I thought I crashed the game. I was like, okay. What's happening? Was that okay? Was that not too loud, Mer? That was okay, right? That was okay, right? Hi. Perfect. Wow. Okay, that's good. So basically what I did is I bumped up all of the volumes back to normal. And then I've just adjusted my mic so that it can compensate for it, so it kind of matches the same. I think this the reason why I say this, the new voice actor she's trying, is because it's very clear English isn't her first language. So what I'm assuming is that the English voice actor had to go, or they weren't able to come to an agreement anymore. And then so they had to probably get one of their employees at Infold to kind of fill in for her because she knows English, maybe, or one of their voice actors that are
doesn't matter
Chinese
whose
speaking.
place this is. It's time for a
Doomsday?
descends.
Doomsday.
It's time to meet.
A little bit loud for me, guys.
Let me just, wait, let me just,
Your maker.
If it's not too loud for you,
My
that's
turn.
fine.
Stay on your toes. It's changing how
Wait,
it
let me
attacks.
just turn it down on my side. Yeah, there we go, it's better.
Perfect.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, she's doing her best, in my opinion. Like, it's just very clear that English isn't her first language. Okay, I'm hoping there's not too much left on Eye of the Storm. I think Silas is carrying pretty hard. Yeah, that's what I noticed. I thought it was quite loud as well. I was like, alright, Silas. Is this like another secret time? Y'all, you speak English as not your first or second. Exactly. It's amazing. Even I can't pronounce English properly, and I'm British.
Entertaining as it is, it's still not enough.
Doomsday?
Descends. It's time to meet your maker.
Here comes a big guy.
I'm just really happy I fixed the whispering
Now
and stuff
this
because
feels like since we finished our
you can hear my nose
warm-up.
now.
The rest of the time
can,
belongs to us.
Because basically when there's a lot of intense moments, there's a lot of like breathing and sighing, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, or like, you know, it's just very emotional, and I'm trying to role play as much as possible and like really immerse myself in the character. It's really hard to do that when I have a noise suppression on my side. I can't convey it, and I can't whisper. If like the MC whispers to Silas, the noise suppression would just get rid of it. So you won't be able to hear me. You'll be able to hear like my breathiness, so it's kind of cool. I've done this all. Have we done it all? Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Yes. Okay, I'm ready for this. I'm so damn ready for this. Alright. Chapter 1. Absurdity unfolds. Are you guys ready? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. New objective, death and rebirth. Who are we gonna be with first? I'm assuming it's Silas because we just did that event and it was Silas's chapter first. But I'm most excited about Zane and the Dawnbreaker situation. I want to see the two Zanes go at each other. One's got a gun, the other one's got like the icicles, and he's like, you are in my dreams. You're also in my dreams. You know, I love that. Spider-Man, you know. You or me? Cool. That'd be sick. Right. Within the span of a single month, the far space... Okay, wait, let's catch up. Caleb, Eva, he's working for Eva. We interrogated him. Homecoming. Viper, same family. Weird doctor. Father, child died. Caleb makes peace sign next to his grave. You know what? I've forgotten what happened now. I think I've remembered the wrong stuff here. I think so. I think we just learnt more about Eva. And we're curious what Caleb's doing with Eva. Yeah, anyway. Within the span of a single month, the Far Space Fleet's significant return and subsequent secret departure stirs intense public discussion. The rumors that circulated when Skyhaven was under martial law discussed the fleet's armed operation to eliminate certain anomalous wanderers. While no footage of these events has surfaced, the fleet's tight-lipped response has inevitably sown seeds of panic among the population. After the Corona Rift catastrophe, the Hunters Association released several reports on the Wanderer evolution and their mutations. Like humans, the Wanderers continue to grow stronger. Peace remains a distant goal for this world. And as people grow increasingly uneasy about the fleet's mysterious operations, a bombshell announcement takes everyone by surprise. Eva announces the imminent launch of a project called the Fountain of Ate. The 40-second preview quickly becomes a global sensation and the focal point of discussions worldwide. The internet debates the development and application of protocol technology. Skyhaven, powered by protocol energy, becomes the target of widespread criticism due to the fleet's recent actions. Countless conspiracy theories start to emerge. Beneath the floating island, Lincoln's scattered lights weave an intricate web across the land. In the windless night, dark figures flit by glass walls. They're quickly masked by the red glow of aircraft warning lights atop skyscrapers. The unrest brewing online seeps quietly into the physical world and ferments under Lincoln's facade of normalcy. Okay, so they're doing something. Waves of controversial topics stoke the growing public outrage. The association becomes the primary target of this rising tide. In response, the association implements a series of countermeasures. This includes the covert relocation of the spatium core stored in the association's building. They need help.
Ha! Look at all the online discussions. It's a circus now. What is Ever really up to? Did you guys find any leads? Throwing around phrases like groundbreaking achievement and the next step in human evolution, they've got guts.
In a self-driving protocol vehicle, Simone scrolls through an endless stream of updates on her phone called doom scrolling.
Given their extensive research into protocols,
They should date these two.
they do have the credentials to back up such claims.
As a protoist, I'm all for advancing protocore tech, but ever with methods as sketchy as theirs, they might drag us down with them.
The Fountain of Ate has reignited the purest attacks against protocores.
At their core, the prototists and purists represent two opposing viewpoints. Support for the development of protocol technology and the opposition to it. The purists believe that although protocols are powerful, they're dangerous. There are too many unknowns and overzealous research can lead to a catastrophic crisis. In earlier years, they urged humanity not to be blinded by profit. They argued that using Earth's natural energy resources was the only way to ensure civilization survived in a stable condition.
Our latest missions have been targeted by their radical members. That's why we need to transport the spatium core in secret. Both of you need to be on high alert.
If those purists dare to cause trouble, they can say hello to my protocore particle cannon.
We shouldn't be
I
too
kinda like their
hostile.
attitude.
While they're traditional, certain prototists can be just as extreme. After all, we've only researched less than 10% of a protocore's potential. There's nothing wrong with maintaining a healthy respect for the unknown.
Wow, Andrew. A deep space hunter like you is defending the purists? They're the ones trying to stop our technological progress.
Haven't the purists been quiet for several years now?
That's because our protocore tech has developed so rapidly and successfully these past few years. The stuff's been integrated into every aspect of our daily lives, big and small.
I'm telling you guys now, I think protocores sound a lot like Marco energy from Final Fantasy VII. It enriches lives, it speeds up technology, people love it.
The purists always insisted that humans shouldn't develop protocore technology. But the reality is, humanity can't live without it now. Facts speak louder than words.
Improving a person's quality of life, fighting wanderers, and helping humanity explore the deep space tunnel and secrets beyond our universe. The prototist's vision for the future is being realized one step at a time. Without concrete evidence to support the purist claims, it's only natural that they lost ground.
What about you? Whose side are you on?
Oh, I have to go with purists, going off the fact that I've seen the ending of Final Fantasy VII, and I know what goes on when you take something that is unknown or you don't know too much about it, and you take its power and resource. Consequences do happen, you know. It's not always great. Convenience is not always great. Look at the people who like smoke cigarettes and they thought, it's good for your health, like it relaxes you, etc. And then what, 20-30 years later they find out it's really bad for you, it gives you lung cancer, it's not so healthy. You know, I'm gonna have to go with purists. We gotta stick to the traditional roots, if you know what I mean. I support the purists. The power of protocols is difficult to measure, so we should err on the side of caution.
Exactly. Innovation in the energy industry has always been a double-edged sword.
They should put a
No one
granite.
can predict the consequences it might bring.
The vehicle passes through the tunnel, which is the last, highly dangerous point on our designated route. The secure vault is at the end of this road.
Metaflux levels are within a stable range. Begin storage intake procedures.
We really worked hard today. Since this is our last shift, let's finish strong. Late night snacks are on me.
She is weirdly enthusiastic though, isn't she? Wait, there's a massive surge of metaflux heading straight for us. It's coming in fast.
The readings are normal. You guys.
At that moment, a truck, weathered in flames and crackling with powerful metaflux, comes barreling towards us from behind. It's going at full speed. As soon as Simone and I jump out of the cargo hold, our transport vehicle is violently thrown into the air. An explosion releases searing heat behind us. We have an emergency. Transport Vehicle 109 is under attack. Coordinates are being transmitted. Requesting backup. Before we can find our footing, there's another explosion. Protocol particles drift around the overtuned transport vehicle. Through my blurred vision, I see several distorted figures emerging from the flames.
Go. You're free.
The unfamiliar voice is masked by the crackling flames. My ears are still ringing, and I can't tell if what I'm hearing is real or just in my head.
It's a shame we're seeing each other again when you're in such a pitiful state. Did Josephine ever mention our time together at the Gaia Research Center?
Sick ally, sick ally, sick ally? I kind of want her to be a sick ally. Who are you?
I guess not.
Excruciating pain tears through my entire body as my heart begins to tremble uncontrollably.
Who I am doesn't matter. The real question is, who are you?
Me? I'm Nate Doggo. She suddenly grabs my throat. Please, mummy. And a sharp pain pierces my neck. It's like 1,000 needles just stabbed me. I feel like I'm suffocating in ecstasy as I lose control of my limbs. Oh. Blood trickles down my forehead. Damn, okay, that's not good. Through my crimson-tinted vision, I see the container holding the spatium core roll into view.
You were born in the depths of deep space. You were supposed to be ours. A one-of-a-kind, precious creation. Without the key, the fountain of Ate will only remain a poor imitation.
Dazed, I hear something faintly crack. Suddenly, an unprecedented power surges through my veins and bursts forth with brilliant light.
The key belongs to no one else. You are the one who holds all of its secrets.
The transporting the spatium core was a classified mission for special operations. The attack wasn't revealed to the outside world. After spending 2 days in the hospital, Simone and I were ordered to suspend all missions and focus on resting until we made a full recovery. Afterwards, Jenna secretly visited us to reveal the truth. The association president, as well as others, suspected there was a high-ranking mole in the association. Since Simone and I were now known to the enemy, we needed to lay low. Our temporary suspension was to protect us and serve as a smokescreen. It's probably Jenna. She changed voice actors after all. Externally, the radical purists need to be handled with caution. Internally, dealing with the mole would inevitably disrupt their plans. Jenna didn't really talk about the spatium core. She just gave me a look that told me to be patient. Yeah, red or orange hair. Come on, give it to me. Chaotic energy courses through my blood. The burning sensation in my chest is more intense than the pain from my injuries. Unable to sleep, I toss and turn. And then I finally sit up and turn on the bedside lamp. My heartbeat is faster than usual. I gently press my hands against my chest and rest my head on my knees. I can't believe I end up absorbing the spatium core. By me. Another sharp pain strikes my chest as several strange energy streams are torn apart. They proceed to merge together and create an endless, restless turbulence.
Did Josephine ever mention our time together at the Gaia Research Center?
Oh, I hope it was a good one, baby girl.
The key belongs to no one else. You are the one who holds all of its secrets.
Grandma. The research materials Grandma left behind might not just be an unfinished story. There could be a link in a much larger chain. Unicorn and the Gaia Research Center. That's where time has sealed away the truth I seek. The Gaia Research Center. If I remember correctly, it was in what used to be the most prosperous district, now known as the N109 zone. Let's see if there's a key waiting for my return. Once my injuries are healed, I don't hesitate. I report my next target during my administrative leave to Jenna via a secret comms channel. The ruins of the Gaia Research Center. located in the N109 zone. Amidst the snow-covered mountains stands a building of precise geometric perfection, the Fractal Library. It was erected at an unknown time. The library doors slowly part. Wearing robes, a young boy with snow-white hair pushes them open. A soft, ethereal light spills out from behind the door and touches the snow. The boy looks down and gently scoops up the small white creature by his feet.
It's time to collect what's due from the 7-year promise, Shuchi. We need to pay the emissary a visit. I wonder how he's doing. How have these 7 years treated him? Is he getting along with his classmates? Did he succeed in his thesis defense?
As the white light fades, the boy's foot sinks into something soft. Snowflakes fall onto his head. He's surprised.
Huh? How did the library end up here? Did I mess up the incantation?
That's not Silas, is it? I don't think it is. The white creature suddenly leaps down and runs away. Its tail playfully draws arcs in the snow behind it.
Shuchi! I know you haven't seen snow in a long time, but that doesn't mean you can just run off.
The boy hastily grabs his traveling bag and runs after the creature. He manages to catch its tail just before he falls face first into the snow. Behind him, the massive library doors slowly close. He raises his hand, only to realize he left the Assessor's bracelet the emissary gave him in the library.
Oh, Book of Answers, just this once. Would you be so kind as to tell me where I am?
His bag suddenly bulges as a thick book emerges from it. Opening itself, it rapidly flips through its pages before finally materializing 2 words. The Arctic.
How long will it take to get back to Lincoln City?
The Book of Answers flips its pages once more. 8,000 kilometers. In the desolate Arctic, a boy and his companions silently drag their luggage, their figures gradually vanishing into the endless expanse of white. Who the... I mean, the boy is cute. He's a real cutie. But who is he? Who is that little boy? Little mystery boy, huh? Okay. Leaving the southern area of Lincoln City, I drive down Bear Boulevard. The scenery on both sides of this wide street slowly deteriorates. After I installed the anti-interference chip Silas sent me on my motorcycle, I've been able to freely pass through the protofield disrupted no-hunt zones numbers 62 to 65 and arrive at what was once the most prosperous tech hub in the region. Now, it has become a criminal's paradise, the N109 zone. The abandoned building where I first met him still stands in the desolate courtyard. Now come to think of it, a lot of time has passed since my initial meeting with the feared leader of Onychinus. After entering the N109 zone, the streets remain deserted. Not a soul could be seen, but it becomes livelier as I approach the central district. A river of people flows through the streets. They surge with me towards the same destination. What's going on? It sounds like it's coming from Karon. Above the streets, massive holographic screens glow neon blue. They display live footage of the district in 4 areas. A scarred woman is bandaging a knife wound in her shoulder at a street corner, and a boy who cornered a wanderer in a dark alley rips out his protocol with his bare hands. A gang member plunges a dagger into his companion's chest. Isn't Karon supposed to be a trading hub? Why are they fighting? At the top of the display, rows of names and numbers flicker rapidly. Old ones are erased as new ones appear in their place. Is this some kind of competition? Nothing that happens in the N109 zone surprises me anymore. I turn my attention away from the massive display and keep trying to call Silas. When I visited the odd workshop, its owner knew Grandma. They were probably colleagues. If I want to find out where the Gaia Research Center was located, he probably has some leads. Silas had raced through the streets to get us to the odd workshop, and I was unfamiliar with the N109 zone back then. To find it again, the most effective way would be to ask Silas. He's not answering. Fine. I'll just fetch him from Onychinus' base. Driving my 270 HM, I'm about to make a turn into the alley ahead when a bullet whizzes past me. It grazes my temple. My body lurches to the side as I dodge, but the momentum sends my bike sliding until it crashes into a corner. It's completely wrecked. Barely regained my footing when another bullet tears through the air. It's heading straight for me. Clink. A cane flashes before me and deflects the bullet. It ricochets into the wall and leaves behind a smoking hole in it.
Watch your step, kid. There are places you shouldn't wander into.
Why does he look like the guy that says, like, call me dad or whatever? Father. At my feet, a thin orange-red laser stretches across the street to the buildings on both sides of the street.
Karon is hosting its triennial Zalion hunt right now. Everything beyond that line is in the killing zone. One step is all it takes for the surveillance drones to lock onto you with their multi-lens systems. Then they'll automatically register you as a participant.
Okay.
Every criminal in the N109 zone is waiting to hunt down the lost lambs who walk in.
I dust myself off and get up. Oh, well. Who are you? The man before me appears to be in his 50s or 60s. His white hair is neatly combed under a gentleman's hat, and he's using an older-fashioned cane as a sport. He stands in stark contrast to the chaos of these streets.
I'm just a ferryman on the river Styx. I help travelers cross. Are you planning to cross Karon's river?
It's like a grim reaper. Like a king surveying his domain, he turns to look at the eastern and western districts of Karon that are surrounded by orange laser barriers.
Shall I be your guide?
His offer seems harmless, but that curious glint in his eyes makes me hesitant about accepting his help. Experience has taught me one simple lesson. When someone becomes interested in you, trouble isn't far ahead. Thanks, but I'll take a different route.
The killing zone spans across 8 streets, and the arena in Karon's central district is its epicenter. Ambushes like the one you experienced can happen at any moment. Taking a different route might not be the best choice.
Right before my eyes, he steps over that orange-red boundary, but the attack I expect to happen never occurs. I cross my arms and study his gaze, which seemingly shines with goodwill. Are you trying to make me ask why you weren't attacked? He reaches behind his ear and produces a round chip no bigger than a fingernail.
This is an ID camouflage chip. If you have one, it masks your biometric data so you can't be traced. As long as you're within 3 steps of me, you'll be within its range of concealment.
I take the chip and examine it. My Evo doesn't detect anything suspicious, so I hand it back to him. Alright. I'll trust you. For now. With my biometric data masked, I follow this unfamiliar elderly man into the devastated eastern district of Karon. Karon? Is it Karon? Karon? Interesting, okay. No LI yet. The stench of gunpowder and blood fills the streets, and the continuous metaflux explosions make my heart pound like a drum. If you're not like those criminals, you shouldn't mind answering a few questions, right? What are the rules for the Zoin hut? A cold wind sweeps past us as the three humanoid wanderers crash into a roadside shop. They grab and tear a person's limbs apart, but then a sudden protocol explosion engulfs the storefront.
They're like that. Hunts of the primal variety. People become hunters and prey to fight for a gold coin. With it, they'll be granted one wish from the Lord of Karon. At the very end, whoever enters the central arena with the coin and remains the last one standing becomes the winner.
From the upper floor of a shop, a drunken man leans halfway out. He quietly raises his gun in our direction.
You can use evil weapons, protocore weapons, and your own fists.
A roar resounds before the bullet can leave the gun. We remain untouched as our would-be attacker falls, his chest pierced by metaflux.
Wanderers are just another weapon people use to hunt each other.
The drones record everything. The screens immediately cycle between shots of death and victory. And somewhere in the darkness, thunderous cheers erupt from the crowd.
What a waste. I've seen him before. He's formidable when he isn't drunk.
The man stops, his hand clasped over his cane. He closes his eyes as if to observe a moment of silence for the deceased.
Isn't it brutal? I hope you weren't frightened.
Takes more than that to scare me. I've witnessed deaths worse than this.
Indeed. Life has a way of catching us off guard.
Stepping over the fallen body, he leads me to a place with a brilliantly lit sign that reads, Elysium, the true paradise. The familiar bar is packed tonight. Everyone clutches their drinks as they're gathered around a screen that's broadcasting the Zoyan hunt.
Here are the latest predictions. You can't miss these guaranteed winners. Come one, come all. Who wants to join the fray? Join us!
Definitely, the Hunger Games.
Stop banging on my tables. Do you think hiding in my little sanctuary and drinking your life away makes you special?
It's not like I don't pay for my drinks. I'd rather drink myself to death here than get killed the moment I step outside.
Amidst the cacophony of voices urging people to place their bets, this dangerous business brewed from human lives proves to be very enticing.
A lot of folks are placing bets this year, but being the hunt's primary target isn't exactly a blessing.
Opportunity is always born from danger. It's a traditional rule of the Zaoyan hunt.
How did you say that? Zaoyan hunt. The elderly voice cuts through the air with commanding authority. Everyone turns their head at the same time.
Our old man Dimitri's here!
Who's your pick this here, old man?
I need to discuss something with a friend. Would you mind waiting here for a moment? The meal sets here are good, and the drinks are decent. Give them a try if you're interested.
I politely nod. However, I've decided not to touch the food in this place.
Oh, dear. Why did you say our drinks are decent? You're so picky, Gramps.
A pair of lemon-scented hands encircle my neck, but they quickly pull away before I can retaliate. The owner of Elysium moves to face me.
Ah, we meet again, Missy. You're really something else if you know someone like Dimitri.
His name is Dimitri. Who is he exactly?
He's the Lord of Karon. As the true owner of Karon, Dimitri is the one who hosts the Zion hunt. The arena at the center of the market belongs to him too.
But Karon is supposed to be a free trading zone. How can a place like this have an owner?
You're not the only one curious about it. But Dimitri's background, Elysium has been open for years, but I haven't heard anything about his past. Even Silas, the leader of Onychinus, keeps his distance from Dimitri.
Wow, I did not expect that. Come to think of it, Silas hasn't mentioned him before.
Since this isn't our first meeting, let me properly introduce myself. Aslin. That's my name.
Natalie,
Would you like to order something?
I'll pass. I didn't bring my wallet. Aslin's lips curled into a mysterious smile.
Elysium doesn't always collect payment in cash, and our services extend beyond just filling empty stomachs.
So how would you like me to pay? Before I can ask for details, Dimitri returns and gives me a nod.
I've finished my business. Come here. I'll escort you out.
Good poo. Number 1 or number 2? Behind the counter, Aislinn lowers her voice and winks at me.
If you need anything special in the future, ask for the connoisseur's menu. I'll give you a 20% discount. Bye-bye. Come back soon.
As I step outside, the gunshots, screams, and maniacal laughter fills my ears once more. It's hard to believe that this refined elderly gentleman beside me is the master of a hellish domain. Oh, I heard you are the Lord of Karon. Why do you host the Zion hunt anyway? Do you enjoy watching people fight and kill each other?
Fighting, killing, surviving by any means necessary. That has always been the way of life here. With or without the Zalian hunt, the cycle of violence would continue perpetually in the N109 zone.
With Dimitri leading the way, every danger we encounter becomes something to just walk past. It allows me to safely traverse this lawless battlefield. Just as I'm about to step over the thin orange-red laser, a familiar crow breaks the silence. Across the street, Mephisto perches on a lamppost. He looks at me and tilts his head. Hey.
Your friend is here to pick you up.
The cane falls onto the laser line, and the Lord of Karon stops at the edge of his territory, taking not a step further.
I'm sure our next meeting will be much sooner than this time.
What do you mean?
I mean, my duty as your escort has come to an end, until we meet again.
Dimitri watches me leave with an unwavering smile, like an ordinary old man out for a walk in the park. You guys are so excited for Silas. He's very cute. Better. Kind of like that. Well, I guess so. How's everyone doing? Okay. With Mephisto as my escort, I arrive at the familiar base without a hitch. Thanks. As soon as I enter the building, I hear a violent explosion from one of the rooms. Is Onychinus' base also involved with the Zion hunt? The room is dark. Mindful of Silas's sensitive eyes, I turn on a floor lamp at its lowest setting. In the center of the room stands 4 egg-shaped gaming pods. 3 of them are rocking back and forth. Their surfaces covered in LED lights pulsate in tandem with the explosion sound effects. I walk up to Silas' gaming pod and knock on it several times. Silas. Hey! Mephisto's been caught. The base is surrounded. They're after you. Absorbed in his virtual world, Silas doesn't respond. Oh, come on. I walk away and settle into the 4th gaming pod, the only one that's empty. Dude's a hardcore gamer. Inside, the surrounding screens transform into an endless expanse of stars. Realistic sound effects immediately fill my ears. I fire up my spaceship and set forth off to pursue Silas's fleet. I lock onto the engines of the first ship I see, grip the controls and open fire.
Who was that? That's brutal.
Pressing home my advantage, I target the next ship. It's immediately destroyed. And just like that, only one ship remains in the game aside from mine. Must be Silas's. Activate the ship AI and lock onto ship Q313.
Target spotted. Would you like to initiate tracking?
Divert all power to the engines. Don't let him escape. My ship's engines burst with brilliant blue light as I surge towards Silas's vessel. Ship Q313 remains unfazed. He gracefully spins away from my attacks as I close in. However, the elegant move proves to be costly. The ship's tail grazes a meteor, which triggers red warning lights in Silas's cockpit. The simulation ends with the blaring alarm still echoing as the gaming pod slowly opens. Silas emerges and removes his hologram helmet.
Why were you so riled up? You blew up half the battlefield, too. Are you satisfied now?
I'm short on time. After I ask my question, I'll go. I expected him to make excuses about losing the game. Instead, he furrows his brow while he stares at me. What?
You had something nice to eat?
No, I was just at Elysium. The owner and I had caught up.
Playing dumb isn't very nice, kitten.
As he speaks, he moves closer to me as if sensing something is up.
A special protocore. Is it an ether core?
Silas's accurate assessment catches me off guard. While trying to keep the energy within me stable, I turn to look at him and respond with an inquisitive smile. What's wrong? Were you always hoping I'd get stronger?
Who gave it to you?
What do you mean? I ate it myself. Now, if you're well informed, you should know about the recent attack on the Hunters Association's transport vehicle. And as expected, Silas doesn't look too surprised. A strange person infiltrated the group of attackers. She found me and started talking about these bizarre things and was quite attractive. Bloody hell. Welcome to the nation. Eternity. That scared the crap out of me. I was like, wow, death and rebirth. Damn. Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it. That was funny. That was a really funny subscription. Thank you. That was really sweet. Now that stuff is still uncertain, so I decided to tell Silas only the simplest parts. Just as I was on the verge of losing consciousness, my body instinctively absorbed the spectrum core. His Adam Apple Bob's once. The way they describe stuff is so weird. Like, it's really strange. I wouldn't be surprised if there'll be a description about, like, his left chest, like twitches or something. Really strange, like, his left bicep, like, I don't know, curls or something. It's just so strange. Like, I can just... like, what the hell does that mean? How what? Like, is it now like... Oh. Okay. Such a weird description. Do you remember the first one we looked at? If you guys seen the video, I think it was when Caleb was like almost getting like brainwashed. It was like Caleb's bulging vein on his neck, and I was just like, I had to take my glasses off and be like, okay. What the hell does that mean? Do you remember it? The bulging vein. I was just like, the way this game describes stuff sometimes is pretty funny. Before I can get a better look, he walks to the minibar, downs a glass of liquor in one go. The turbulent energy within me finally settles down, and I realize Silas is locked in an intense battle against his desire for protocols.
Setting aside the possibility that you're here to show off your shiny new protocore, what brings you to the N109 zone?
I walk towards him and bring up a holographic map on my watch's interface. Now, this map was created during Lincoln City's final field survey before the Corona Rift catastrophe.
And
as I continue to zoom in on the display, the words Gaia Research Center appear on the map. The person who almost killed me said I first appeared here. Now, during one of the Unicorn research team's experiments, Silas glances at it before turning his attention to the chessboard on the table.
And you actually believe that nonsense?
I need to go there and find answers. Then I'll know if she's lying or not. Our last game ended in a draw, so I quietly join the chess match as Silas remains quiet. After surveying the chessboard, I move up my rook from the back rank. Now, when I was younger, I had doubts about my past. Later, I figured that so long as I was healthy and safe, none of it really mattered. But a human heart shouldn't contain a protocol. I need to find out who I really am instead of waiting for mysterious people to find me. And as soon as I reach for another piece, Silas immediately captures one of my pawns.
And then what? Do you actually believe that learning about your past will make things better?
When I see people, whether close or distant, suddenly racing towards a destination, refusing to accept the unfavorable position, I look at the chessboard again and I take my knight, my only chance for a breakthrough. The one who seems to stay still may be left at a disadvantage forever.
That's just what it looks like on the surface, kitten. As soon as you make your move, you give your opponents an opening. Sometimes the best move is not to make one at all.
As he speaks, he taps my king. It's safe for now, but it's trapped in the setup for a pincer attack. There's little hope of escape. What about you? Before he can pull back his hand, I quickly grab my queen and point it at Silas's eye. Your fusion with a protocol couldn't have been a coincidence either, bub. Is that a friendly piece of advice? Or a warning? In our brief standoff, he finally shows his first smile of the day.
My situation holds no value as a reference point. Those words were nothing but a distraction so I could win the game.
Silas grabs the chess piece from my hand. Taking my wrist, he guides me to the floor-to-ceiling window. As the curtains slowly part, they reveal the night sky. Below us is the N109 zone in its entirety.
Since 2034, the N109 zone has undergone multiple rounds of reconstruction. Look at the outside world. Can you match any of these roads to that old map of yours?
The once straight streets become a maze. Nearly all the landmarks have vanished. Surely the people who used to live here.
They left.
Ever's agent handlers for gathering intel?
Dead.
What about the odd workshop's owner? Surely he's...
Unfortunately for you, he just left town yesterday. He won't be back until next month at the earliest.
I frown as my lead gets cut off before me. My lead.
Do you really want to know?
Well, even if I didn't, people keep forcing me to find out. He pushes me closest to the window, and I realize it. The only person who knows the truth has been here has been right here all along.
There, underground.
Following Silas's gesture, I see it. The massive holographic screen in the sky. It's the heart of the Zion hunt I experienced today. Paradise of bloodshed and revelry. The Karon arena. Ah, okay, that makes so much sense now. That makes so much sense. If he taps my king, then he tap himself? Well, you know what you gotta do, Cordia. When he taps, you gotta let him tap. Just saying. And on that Guna note, can I take a break? It's been like an hour and 10 minutes, right? So, 5 minutes, toilet, pee-pee, poo-poo, butt clean, bing balaboo. You feel me? Break. Let me see if we can run an ad. Bing. Bong. I don't know how to do it. Okay. Break time, yeah. Break time. I'll be back in a moment, yeah. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Ooh. Everybody here? Do we need to, do we need to do anything? We're all good? I'll just wait another minute and that's it. I think there's another ad that just popped up. I don't know though. Is there an ad that's playing right now, guys? I can't tell. No idea. Okay, no worries. Just wait like a minute. Hey. Stream health is good. Everybody's happy. I'm glad. What you guys been talking about? I would love to have all the music on a CD so I don't have to rely on internet to listen. I mean, to be fair, if you have YouTube Premium, you could just download all the songs then, couldn't you? Okay, alright. Well, let's start, yeah? I think we're good. So... Alright, join the game. We have met Silas. We are joining the Battle Royale, I'm guessing. The massive holographic display makes everything feel strangely unreal. The latest rankings continue to scroll by. The individual in first place has remained unchanged since this afternoon. To hold the spot for so long in such a brutal hunt. He must be strong.
He's been at the top since last night. He's good. I'll give him that.
Each change in the rankings marks the end of another life. They know it's suicide, yet they still eagerly rush in. Is that coin really worth it?
I see you know a thing or two. But fewer than 30% of the participants are there for that coin. In the N109 zone, what matters more is the desire to hunt, the thirst for bloodshed, the craving for domination. Or a means to prove one's loyalty.
He steps away from the window and the curtains close behind him. Through the gap, a red X appears over the first place portrait before it vanishes forever from the giant screen. Based on your experience, how much longer will the hunt last? Since the dazzling neon lights have been blocked, my thoughts become clearer. The safest option would be to search under the arena after the hunt ends.
By the looks of it, the finals will start tomorrow. This stage always ends quickly. It never goes beyond 6 or 7 days. This year's hunt has some extra stakes involved, so the finals will be more intense. It'll be over in 2 days. After that...
He walks to the sofa with measured steps and takes a seat.
The arena will be demolished.
What?
Many have coveted the arena for years, but its owner isn't as young as he used to be. His grip on power isn't the same anymore.
Dimitri's getting on.
So, the vultures circling this territory already have a silent agreement in place. They'll host an overtime match once the Zoian hunt is over.
Looks like participating in the Zoian hunt is my last chance to find the Gaia Research Center. Breaking into the arena by myself is no easy feat. Who knows what awaits in the ruins of the research center? Can't waste too much of my energy on fighting either. I need an ally. My gaze falls on Silas, who's sitting on the sofa.
Don't even think about it, kitten.
You've been watching the hunt unfold from the sidelines. Don't tell me you haven't been plotting something.
Are you implying you're the one who has all the schemes?
Pin him down? Pretending to threaten him, I playfully pin him down on the sofa. Now you said you don't mind me using you. And right now, I really want to use you so I can get into the arena. It's not like you'll lose if you join. It's a win-win situation. Right?
If you want to drag me into this, flattery and tricks won't be enough. I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you, kitten. I have guests to meet, so I can't join you in your gladiator game.
Who? There's a knock at the door. Luke and Kieran, who had left the gaming pods, have returned. Their voices come through from the other side.
Boss, our people just delivered their report. We've taken care of all the goods ever brought this time.
Leave a few alive. There's no need to be too thorough.
Yes, sir.
There are a few troublemakers in the area, boss. Can we...
Do as you please.
Thank you, boss.
Your guests are from Ever?
They came all the way here, saying they have a profitable deal to discuss. How could I not play the role of a gracious host?
And you're planning to take them all down?
Is it a bad idea?
It's great, actually. With one graceful stride, he helps me stand, grabs my shoulders, and turns me around.
Come. It's not like you're busy. Let's see what kind of presents they've prepared.
Ooh. Ooh, what was that sound? After a high-speed ride, we find ourselves before some ruins. They're shrouded in mist and gun smoke. The air is thick with chaotic energy fluctuations. Frowning, I kick aside some unidentifiable debris and pick up a broken half of a wine bottle. 100-year-old wine, empty jewelry boxes. Don't tell me these are your welcome gifts. Silas casually responds as he slowly circles the area and takes in everything.
They know I won't show up, yet they're still playing a game of pretense. Would you like to guess the reason, kitten?
Either Ever is confident enough to think you'll accept their deal, or the deal is just the front. They're hiding something that can be used against you.
That's why I won't sit around waiting for them to make their move. People only show their hand when they're backed into a corner and desperate to survive.
Silas stops walking, picks up a broken gun stock still containing traces of protocol energy, and crushes it.
I prefer a direct, efficient approach.
I run my fingers along the energy residue on the wall, using my evol to sense the fluctuations in the air. Various energy signatures are intermingled. Although they're erratic, they're not particularly strong. If these were meant to deal the killing blow, they're simply underwhelming.
The real trump card is...
Okay. Bang. Nearby, a metal wall suddenly collapses. From the dust and debris, multiple armed figures emerge. Their silhouettes are arranged in a staggered formation. As electrical currents flicker to life, they reveal how the lower half of each figure's face is mask made of mechanical components. It's integrated into their bodies. The energy readings are changing. In the blink of an eye, dozens of thin blue beams simultaneously lock onto our foreheads.
They've finally shown themselves.
He just dusts it off. Just before the beams could pierce us, Silas grabs me and pulls us back. The spot where we once stood is reduced to scorched earth. I'm just about to catch my breath when the beams converge on us again.
Get behind me.
A black-red mist spreads out like a net. It lunges at the blue beams that are attacking us. Whoa! The mist disintegrates instantly as surging shockwaves and countless energy beams violently burst from all directions. Silas immediately creates another barrier of mist to shield us, but in the blink of an eye, most of it has already been destroyed. Whew. These energy beams, they can nullify your evil?
Antimatter weapons. They actually managed to get their hands on something interesting.
He wipes away the blood from his neck, but the wound shows no sign of healing. The figures raise their weapons at the same time to take aim again, yet Silas responds with a smile instead of anger. He gathers a more powerful energy storm in his hand. This isn't good. They'll wear down Silas at this rate. Spotting my motorcycle nearby, I quickly dash towards it, using the scattered cover for protection. After another explosive blast, I race through the lingering dust cloud and return to Silas's side. The thundering roar of my bike's engine envelops us. Come with me! The motorcycle roars at full throttle as we weave through the N109 zone. The sound of gunfire is hot on our heels. I duck and dodge the explosions around us while Silas sits back in the passenger seat. He wields his protocol weapon as if he's playing a shooting game. Are those really antimatter weapons, Silas? Silas, were they specifically designed to take you down?
They're just cheap knockoffs, kitten. Keep your eyes on the road. Besides,
a group of shadowy figures closing in behind us fall as Silas's evil strikes them down.
I'm not alone. I have you.
Two motorcyclists in black clothes in from both sides. They're trying to slam me into me at the same time. I'm just a driver who follows the traffic rules. Already at full throttle, I make a split-second decision to step on the brake, let my motorcycle fall back to dodge their coordinated attack.
They're putting up quite a fight.
How are you planning to shake these guys off? They don't have the energy fluctuations I'd see from those monsters, nor do they show any signs of being modified, but their movements are mechanical and rigid. It's as if they're following someone's commands. We don't have much time. We'll reach Karon in 2 blocks.
You better not forget to turn. Let's not crash into it, kitten.
The boundary of the killing zone is ahead. The last untainted street marks the line between sanctuary and hell. A perfect, foolproof plan quickly forms in my mind as I push my motorcycle's horsepower to its limit. True, entering with the leader of Onychinus. Amidst the wild howls of our pursuers, I charge towards the laser barrier. Oh, it means I might end up being a target with you. Time seems to slow down as the orange-red light sweeps over the front wheel of my motorcycle. It washes over my bike and Silas, who's behind me. Clearly aware of Karon's rules, our masked pursuers stop just before the boundary. They're forced to watch us slip away. We turn and enter a deserted alley. A motorcycle finally gives out, and Silas and I dismount. Uh-oh. We ended up here after all. Oopsie. But at least I helped you shake off those pursuers.
I might have believed it was an accident if you didn't sound so enthusiastic.
Our faces suddenly appear on the district's central screen. They're magnified dozens of times over. And in that same instant, the gunfire echoing throughout the killing zone falls silent. Then, the still air brims with passion as screams resound. They're celebrating, or maybe going wild over Silas's entrance.
You got what you wanted. There's no turning back now.
And I just helped you out. It's time for you to return the favor, Silas. Now go on the ground with me. We need to check and see if the old Gaia Research Center is really there, you little fiend.
A life debt is impossible to repay. But since you asked so nicely, kitten, do I even have a choice?
Ass. With Silas's laughter still in the air, I navigate through the alley's debris and barricades and make my way toward the Karon arena. Wait a minute. I'm starting to think you're planning to swoop in during the finals and catch everyone in your trap.
I would never do such a thing. I'm not nearly as clever as you are.
Yeah, but those cheeks, bro. Those cheeks. Even I can admire some good cheeks, you know. Oh, I like where this is going. This is cool. This is really cool. It's like he's the big bad, and we've got him in the arena. We've got him in the fight club now, and everyone's like, "Woo!" That's so cool. That's really sick. Whoa! Countless bullets whiz above our heads as I take cover, and as soon as I crouch down, a missile destroys half of the wall before me. Silas! Watch your head! The blinding white light makes me close my eyes. I feel myself being lifted by a powerful force and pulled into his protective embrace. Silas carries me like a cat, with one arm around my waist. He kicks open a door and rushes into a building. An explosion rocks the building from outside. The entire team is wiped.
We're safe, for now.
Phew! Masked men, wanderers, weapons, guns. There's no end to them. They're really determined to take us down.
In most cases, being too strong is a curse in itself.
I check the betting leaderboard. Silas's name sits at the top. The amount of people put on him is several times higher than the contestant in second place. If you're not like everyone else, you get punished. They're definitely targeting you.
To think I'd make a splash for my first Zoan hunt. Oh well.
I shoot him a glance and bet my entire paycheck on his name.
Should I say I'm honored?
Well, since you're already in the spotlight, I might as well make a profit, huh? Just keep that first place spot warm and be my decoy, will ya? When I get the money, we'll split it, 70-30.
Anyone can make empty promises. And I'm not an altruistic philanthropist, kitten.
Name your price. If I can afford it, then we have a deal, fiend.
Oh, you can definitely afford it. It just depends on whether you're willing to give it to me.
His right eye begins to glow with an eerie red light. My heart races and I try to look away so I don't get into secret times.
Congratulations! You are now in second place on the betting leaderboard.
Almost. He almost got me, guys. My communication device vibrates just as Silas fiddles with his phone and my cheeks. It is followed by the melodic notification sound of a successful payment. What are you doing?
I placed a bet on you. Now you have the highest odds in the game.
You are kidding me.
If you win, I'll make a fortune. Do you want to match my wager?
Should have underestimated you. You never make a terrible deal. Now don't forget to split the winnings with me, huh? 80-20.
Oh, you're so greedy.
And just as our conversation helps me catch my breath, there's a rustling sound from the corner. Shh. I creep silently towards the source of the sound, and then I turn around with my gun raised.
Please, don't hurt me.
My gun is pointed at a frail old woman who's barely alive. Finding someone as old as her in the Zoan hunt seems unbelievable. But this is the N109 zone. Instead of lowering my gun, I tighten my grip and take another step towards her. How long have you been eavesdropping? Before I can ask another question, Metaflux suddenly surges. A wanderer materializes and instantly lunges at the old woman. Look out! My hunter's instincts take over before I can think. I try to protect the elderly woman. I brace for impact. Shards of Metaflux explode behind me. They're intertwined with wisps of a familiar mist. Ah! I turn around to see Silas standing behind us. He flexes his wrist while traces of his evo linger around his hand.
I take my eyes off you for 1 second and you just rush in. The association definitely trained you well, kitten.
Oh, I'm grateful that you rescued me. And gave me a backhanded compliment, that is. and just as I try to push myself up, a sharp pain shoots through my body. Yeah! I look down. A dagger pulsing with evil energy is lodged in the lower right area of my abdomen. The old woman's trembling hands clutch its handle. You!
I didn't mean to. I was trying to kill the Wanderer. You're the one who got in the way.
Silas picks me up as the old woman releases her grip on the dagger and flees.
Fool.
A black-red mist starts chasing after her, but I hold back my pain and press down on Silas's arm. I shake my head. Yeah. Let's take care of my wound first. I grab the first aid kit from the shelf and sink into the couch. I open it and search for its contents.
Let me do it.
It's fine. I can handle it.
You slipped several times already. I don't think you can handle it.
It's not that bad. Hey! Black-red mist grabs my arms and lifts me into the air. Yet I fall. Yet my fall is unexpectedly gentle. I find myself lying across Silas's lap as he sits on the sofa. The first aid kit lands next to us.
You'll break the latch if you keep doing that.
The medicine sends a sharp pain into my wound. Trying to distract myself, I stare at the tangled cables on the ceiling.
Have you counted how many cables are up there?
Shh, yeah, don't interrupt me. I've only got to 27. My attention shifts and I meet his watchful gaze.
Does it hurt?
No.
Don't try to tough it out. If it hurts, just say it. You can even curse if you want to.
Fuck. That won't make it hurt less.
But it'll make you feel better, kitten. It's extremely effective since it makes wounds heal 10 times faster than normal.
Really? Then the pain is worth it.
I lied. It's just a saline solution.
Fuck. Why'd you have to say that, man? Silas discards the cotton ball after he finishes cleaning the wound. He holds the hemostatic dressing between his palms. Then he pauses.
You seem distracted. Are you thinking about that old woman?
Yeah.
Are you mad?
I wouldn't say I'm angry. I'm just curious about what made her and the other people who live here turn out like that.
Maybe they don't think anything is wrong with what they've become. One man's hell is another man's paradise.
He applies a small amount of pressure to my wound. Ah! I wince and catch a playful glint in his eyes.
You can barely take care of yourself right now, but you're still going to worry about others? Most people here are foolish. They run after their desires and never realize the treasure they were born with.
Don't tell me you're talking about their lives when you said treasure.
I'm referring to their soul.
Silas tilts his head slightly and points to his eye.
Even at just 21 grams, the soul is one of the most precious gifts the universe has given to humanity.
When you collect souls, you're basically stealing from the universe.
Did you just change the subject by making fun of me? Can you stand up?
You shouldn't underestimate me. I jump from his knee and stretch my limbs to prove I'm fine.
Don't push yourself. In this game of life and death, even the smallest vulnerability could cost you everything. Leaving right now wouldn't be a good idea. Stay put and keep quiet.
Hearing the sounds of gunfire in the distance, I think for a bit before agreeing with Silas's assessment. But just as I'm about to sit down on the couch, I see a familiar blue beam. Silas! Oh shit, now he's gonna get screwed. The last possible moment, Silas and I leap from the window and I narrowly escape the blast. In the depths of the dark alley, familiar figures emerge. It's those masked figures again. They're very persistent.
They seem to be very confident in their antimatter weapons. In fact, they genuinely believe those are enough to finish me off.
They're not wrong. What? I meant that. Don't underestimate them, okay? I glance in their direction while I speak. There are 5 of them. The alley isn't a dead end, so we can go left and flank them. Silas, draw their attention, honey. I'll intercept them.
You already planned everything out, huh?
He nods, then he takes 2 steps to position himself as my shield.
Move quietly, and watch out for the other hyenas who are lying in ambush.
After the final thunderous blast, the dark alley is once again swallowed by nighttime fog and deathly silence. Are you okay?
You stole the words right out of my mouth.
Silas quickly checks my waist for any signs of bleeding, then he turns his attention to the broken weapons and lifeless figures on the ground.
The numbers don't add up. Almost 10 of them are missing.
Hopefully they're already dead somewhere else.
They won't die that easily with weapons like those. They're most likely in hiding and waiting for another chance to strike.
How did they know we were here? Did our popularity give us away? Silas takes my wrist and his fingertip brushes against my inner arm. My fingers curl out of reflex. What are you doing? He releases my wrist and holds up an almost transparent chip between his fingers. What the hell is that? Silas crushes the item and drops its internal components to the ground.
A tracking device.
I try to think back to everyone who could have planted that on me, but there are too many possibilities. Is this why Dimitri, the Lord of Karon, offered me to help me of his own accord? What does he want in return?
Regardless, this place isn't safe anymore. Come along now.
Silas takes my wrist again and leads me out of the alley. Oh, my body is aching from the gym. I'm like, when she had abdomen pain, I was like, I feel it. I feel it too. Dude, was that good? Does the new voice settings help the immersion? 1000% immersion, Zuga. Thank you. Yeah, she was literally stab wound on Silas's knee. So I could actually do that. Like the Peter Griffin pain sound. Cool. Alright. You guys ready for some soul time? You guys ready for some soul time? Because I'm ready for some soul time. Nice car! Midnight Velocity vintage cars. I thought finding a suitable hideout would take a lot of effort. But Silas knows exactly where to go. He quickly leads me to a vintage automobile repair shop near the arena. 2 vintage street lamps flicker inside. A desert highway backdrop and bullet holes decorate the entrance. It's quite fitting for our situation. After making sure we weren't being followed, I breathe a sigh of relief. Whew! And pull up a chair to ease my pain. Ever just won't quit, huh? Isn't there a way to deal with them once and for all? The arena fights are bad enough as it is.
The ones we took out were only minions receiving commands. For signals to be distributed simultaneously, There must be a leader carrying the central control unit. Take out their control unit, and we can disable the entire group.
Speaking of which, I detected an unusual metaflux fluctuation when I encountered them. Silas turns around to look at me.
What makes it unusual?
I'm not sure how to explain it. Maybe it's connected to that control unit you mentioned.
They've really been busy behind the scenes. They're using protocores like they're toys.
Silas averts his gaze and turns away. He walks to a corner of the shop.
Change of plans. We need to step up our game.
What?
Find the leader, neutralize them, and extract the control unit.
We're going to do reverse tracking? Now that might actually work. I'll use those unique fluctuations to locate them. Silas crouches down by the decorative bar counter along the wall. The sound of rummaging soon fills the air. What are you doing? Oh! You looking for weapons?
I'm hungry, so I'm looking for food.
I sit up. My interest is piqued. Is this place one of your properties?
Maybe. Those with refined tastes know how to seek out places that match their standards. The vehicles outside are enough to prove the owner's discerning eye. I spoke too soon.
After retrieving a bag of food from the cabinets decorated like wooden crates, Silas returns to the small table. A look of displeasure is on his face.
These are emergency rations. If you're not picky, try to eat as much as you can.
Canned food? Now that's not bad. I love corned beef. I thought it'd be much worse considering how you acted.
Weren't you the one who kept asking for more home comforts at the base?
The base is for living, but this place is for surviving. Standards are very different. But seriously, have you thought about making your chefs develop canned food? With their skills, we could have a gourmet canned food experience next time we end up in a situation like this. And while I keep rambling, the cans are opened and arranged. Silas gives me a look, but doesn't argue. What?
How's your wound? No amount of talking will change that pain.
Well, I'm starting to think the medicine wasn't normal. Kinda hurts even more now that I've stopped moving. Take a huge bite of the canned luncheon meat, and I try to distract myself from the pain by chewing. As I reach for the energy drink, his hand hovers above the can. He sprinkles a medicinal powder over it. As I stare in disbelief. Did you just spike my drink right in front of me?
Are two painkillers going to be enough to knock out Lincoln's finest hunter?
Well, if it's cocodamol, maybe.
I know you want to stay alert. You're worried the extended release painkillers will slow your reactions. Keeping you safe for half the night will be easy. I'm here, which is more than enough.
He picks up the can and moves the luncheon meat aside before setting it down in front of me. The small table becomes a chessboard once again, but this time my opponent sends his pieces into my territory to supply his queen.
As for whether you want to let your guard down for half the night, that's up to you, kitten.
Oh, since you put it that way. Under his watchful gaze, I alternate between sipping my drink and eating. I will quickly replenish my energy after consuming 3 cans of protein-rich food. The pain gradually dulls. Looking at my leftovers, I notice that Silas has barely touched his food. With a questioning look, I wave the can at him.
I'm full.
You were full after eating 1 slice of luncheon meat?
I don't want to eat. I don't like it.
Now you're the one who said you were hungry. In the dim lighting, Silas fidgets with the can opener. His gaze lingers on a particular vehicle, and his interest is evident.
The last Slavernos in the world. This shop's owner really knows how to hide treasures in Karon.
Sitting with a full stomach only makes me drowsy, so I get up and follow him into the maze of vintage cars. A distorted figure flashes in my peripheral vision, and I turn around only to see my reflection in the glossy black car door. Damn, I'm
the
looking good,
Phantom
girl.
Zero, produced 60 years ago. Comfortable seats, spacious in the back.
Spacious in the back, huh? Thinking I'm interested, Silas turns back to stand beside me. Our distorted reflections merge on the car door.
This model was always popular with young dreamers. Are you one of them?
First of all, those young dreamers from 60 years ago should be elders by now. Secondly, this car is cool. I won't deny it, but even if you make fun of me.
I wasn't.
He does something I can't see, and the pitch-black Phantom Zero's headlights suddenly turn on. They cast their beam on another car in front.
I have daydreams too.
Under the circle of headlights, the car stands like an actor center stage who's waiting for its story to begin. Silas steps into the light with one hand in his pocket. Unhurried, he leans forward with his hand on the car door to get a closer look. Is this what you mentioned earlier? The Sliverino? The Sliverno? The Sliverin?
Slaverno means explorer. It was the last model this company produced before going bankrupt.
Sounds like they're exploring different methods to escape their desperate situation. Curious, I peer inside. A fine layer of dust has settled over the interior. Their exploration might not have ended well, but at least the name shows they never gave up hope.
You have a knack for spinning inspirational tales.
He looks more relaxed as he's leaning to the side. Against the car door, he looks at me.
In reality, there was no tale about surviving despite the odds. It was just an ambition that withered before its time. In their final moments, they poured their last defiant breath into crafting this car's body and soul. What stands before you now is an embodiment of ambition that died 60 years ago.
The car's headlights illuminate one side of him, almost blindingly bright. Looking at his reflection in the car window, I can't help but think that if this car had a soul, it'd just be like Silas. I understand what he's trying to tell me though. The essence of exploration is desire, and desire in turn fuels ambition. It pushes us to explore beyond our limits. Just like... I'm gonna say him. You've always been chasing after a certain future.
Really?
Well, that's the feeling I get from you sometimes. There's a future you know the ending to, but you're still determined to reach it. And you're insistent on taking me with you. Silas raises an eyebrow. His body moves in one fluid motion from where he's leaning against the car door. Then, he's right in front of me.
Are you sure you're part of my ending?
Oh, I'm just making an educated guess based on experience. If I'm wrong, you're free to correct me, sir.
Given our positions, you should be the one who's eager to deny being associated with me. And at this point, you already missed the best chance you had to deny it.
Seemingly done with the conversation, he stands up, takes my wrist, and leads me to the Phantom Zero. He opens the back door and tilts his head.
Sleep here tonight. Sound good?
The backseat is spacious, and the cushions are definitely soft enough. I turn, as expected, Silas chose a Sliverno. He reclines in the driver's seat, his legs propped up on the open door.
Turn those lights off.
Okay. The car lights are off, and darkness once again blankets our surroundings. As I lie down, I realize how much fatigue I had built up from constantly fighting and running around. My head starts to feel heavy. Yet at times like these, thoughts seem to surface more persistently. It's beyond my control. Silas. Silas? I look up through the car window and see his foot resting on the doorframe. It sways ever so slightly. Hey, I can tell you're awake.
Listen to yourself. You sound like you're talking in your sleep.
I struggle to sit up and lean against the window. I speak in a soft voice. I might be half asleep, but I know this plan will work. In 3 hours it will be dawn. People have their guard down after waking up. That's when we'll split up and make our move. Now you will draw the wanderers away and help me create the conditions for detecting fluctuations. And I'll find a way to obtain the control unit the masked people's leaders has.
Move at dawn, splitting up. Are you really treating this like it's just another Lincoln mission?
Oh, the Lincoln never gives me this much freedom. I blink slowly and force myself to stay awake for just a little longer. I'm not playing around, you see. I helped you deal with Eva, so you have to help me get the gold coin. Then I can get into the arena.
And if I refuse?
Oh, you can think about why you are really here. His foot stops moving, and as I fight to stay awake, I see him stand up and approach me through my hazy vision. A large hand steadies in my head and gently guides it down before giving it a pat.
Get some sleep. Number 2.
And then the next chapter, bang, 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 bang. You find it so funny that his legs are too long, so he has to take him out of the car. Dude, I think any dude... Yeah. I think a lot of dude with, or people around that height would need to, right? If I had to sleep in the car and it was hot, I would certainly stick my legs out. Certainly.
That was cool.
Connoisseurs desserts. Three hours later. Fog seeps into the abandoned factory as I nimbly leap onto a shipping container. I'm getting closer to the energy fluctuation I've detected. Soon enough, I spot approximately 10 motionless figures standing in a narrow gap between the containers. 6, 7, 8, 9. The rest of them are here. According to the plan, Silas is dealing with the other contestants and wanderers to obtain the arena entry token, a gold coin. Meanwhile, I'm tracking down those masked figures, and that's why I'm here. Right, I'll take down their leader first. Once I find out who's in charge, the rest will be a piece of cake. I close my eyes and attempt to read what is about to be said about the Spatium Core's energy. From my heart, warm energy surges and envelops my entire body. My racing heartbeat is warning me that I might experience an energy overload if I continue. There! I sense that distinct energy signature and pinpoint the signal source in the chaos. I leap down from the shipping container, grab a masked figure's shoulders to pin him down, and press my gun against his forehead. With inhuman reflexes, he flips over and knocks me away. His chest doesn't rise or fall as he breathes. Instead, intermittent electrical currents crackle from within. Their leader is an android. Before the other masked figures can raise their guns, I pull the trigger. The bullet pierces the cold metallic chest above me. As if connected by the same energy source, the surrounding masked figures clutch their chests. Their movements were delayed by a second. I place my palm on the leader's lowered head and detect something unusual. With 2 fingers, I reach into the eye socket and extract the artificial eye. Sparks fly from the severed wires as the machinery still functioning freezes. The masked figures have lost their power source. They fall to the ground one after another and let out pained groans. I hold up the artificial eye to the moonlight, and as I suspected, protocol particles within its shell emit a faint glow in the darkness. I'll be taking this. How long I'll be streaming? Probably for another 45 minutes to an hour. Elysium's neon lights shine as they always do as I arrive at its entrance.
Well, won't you look at that? Someone's still alive.
Hey, I'm ranked 2nd on the leaderboard. I can't let all those other people lose their money because of me.
You're too kind.
I need to lay low here for a while. How am I going to contact Silas?
I see something's troubling you. When you have a lot on your mind, you should treat yourself to a good meal. The body knows what it needs.
Oh, I need a burger. 20% off, right? I sit down at the bar and remember what Aislinn said about offering services beyond filling empty stomachs. Empty stomachs isn't the only thing we fill here. I might as well see what this place is really capable of. Oh, I want the connoisseurs. Oh, I'm a deal person. I kind of like a deal. Top 3 deal. Nah, connoisseurs menu. I'd like to look at the connoisseurs menu, please. The menu is promptly presented to me. My gaze sweeps across the peculiar dish names one at a time until it lands on the last item. Sweet Evil Trap.
Every dish in the connoisseurs menu tells a story from the N109 zone. But the story behind this one hasn't started yet. It's waiting for someone to order it. In fact, it's been waiting for a long time now.
Is the food rotten? 10.5 grams of soul.
Even at just 21 grams, the soul is one of the most precious gifts the universe has given to humanity.
Silas practically has "I prepared something for you" written all over his face. I close the menu. I'll order this one then. The red wine marshmallows are sweet, and the pomegranate juice dances across my tongue.
How is it?
The notes of roasted rosemary and walnut intertwine. Layer by layer they unfold on my palate in an intricate dance of flavors. It's like him.
Your satisfaction is our greatest source of motivation. Here's your bill.
I look at it and see a 5-digit number. This is the price for one dessert?
I guess it can be if you're willing to pay that much. Try inputting these numbers into a map.
Doesn't the arena block signals?
There's always an exception.
I follow Aislinn's instructions. A red dot appears on the previously inactive arena map. 8 AM West District Docks. This is an interesting choice in terms of locations. Aislinn brings a finger to her lips.
Elysium has more uses than you can ever imagine.
It said 08. It said 08.00, so it's 8 AM, yeah. The docks are completely deserted. Abandoned vehicles are scattered haphazardly across the area. Come on, Silas. If you don't show up soon, my cover's going to be blown. And now it's 8 PM, okay. Whoa! Get in, loser.
You're late.
When I show up on time for a deal, someone usually gets carried away. I'm fashionably late for good luck. No need to thank me. Get in.
Thanks, I guess.
Where is it?
The Rubik's Cube.
For you.
Ooh. Wow.
Empty.
Her voice is so weird. I made it way too deep.
What do you mean?
As you can see, it's a pass to the arena.
No time for jokes. Where's the gold coin?
It was tampered with, so I fed it to a wanderer. We can't have loose ends, kitten.
Pin him down.
You destroyed it?
The way he's being pinned down, he's like,
There are other
funny
ways to enter the arena. I can guarantee that. I'm being honest. You know that.
This.
Don't move.
Oh, sorry, my hair just went into my eye.
What?
We're being followed. We're going to have to fight if we want to leave.
Damn, where's your head at, MC? Damn! Where's your head at, MC? Yo! That was kind of hot.
Why don't we call a temporary truce?
Yo, where's your head at, MC? Oh boy, I really like that.
We don't know how many are still in hiding. What are the odds?
Yo, she sounds like she's from Ever as well, I'm not gonna lie.
With you, guaranteed victory.
Oh, I love that.
Hold on. Our break comes to us.
Damn, the dude's literally behind Silas.
Evil Silas, huh?
Then you should help me fix that.
Oh my gosh, I need to get screenshots.
Change of
ready.
perspective.
Oh, smash in.
I'm charging extra for this.
Oh, damn. This is crazy.
Look at us.
This is so cool.
Someone's eager to die.
Oh, damn.
Don't kill me! I'll only fight right now! Please, quick!
It's too late for regrets.
Damn!
Nice control. You're good at driving.
Anyone ever told you that your driving stability needs some work?
Any suggestions I don't consider are filed under never heard of it.
The car emerges from the tunnel and races through the streets of the killing zone. Please don't tell me you went for a joyride earlier.
I didn't. I just grabbed a bite to eat.
You had a meal?
I couldn't get what I actually wanted, so I had to settle for the next best thing.
Come to think of it, I rarely encountered any wanderers while searching for the masked people. I guess someone was helping me from the shadows after all. But Silas doesn't look like he enjoyed his food. How are the wanderers? Delicious.
They were so unpalatable that it's not even funny.
Aw, poor little Silas couldn't get a tasty treat.
Not only am I picky, but I have an enormous appetite.
I playfully shake my milk tea. Even though you were starving, you still bought me this.
Isn't it common courtesy not to show up empty-handed?
I put up the live feed. The participant count in the top right shows the number 2. That means Silas and I are the only ones left. The gold coin markers flash on the map, but we ignore them. We're heading straight for the arena in the center of the area. Do you really have another way to get in?
Yeah.
In the distance, we see a barrier formed by interwoven blue and orange lights. Instead of slowing down, Silas steps on the gas. The car is going to charge into it.
Hold on tight.
As soon as we hit the barrier, its violent energy tears our vehicle apart. It's going to be turned into heavy chunks of scrap metal. Silas uses this as an opening, and with his evo he tears open the barrier. Your other way to get in was crashing into it?
What? It worked, didn't it?
Silas pulls me to my feet in one fluid motion. I take a moment to steady myself before looking at our surroundings. The arena is bathed in dazzling blue and orange lights, the same ones that were part of the barrier. The spectator stands are filled with floating holographic screens. A luminous path extends beneath our feet. It leads to a central area where the several metallic platforms stand beneath floating crystal structures. Must be some kind of mechanism here that will let us go underground. When we approach this part of the arena, we don't find any mechanism. However, a peculiar spot on the central platform catches my eye.
Under normal circumstances, the gold coin would be the key to go underground and meet our Lord of Karon.
This can't be considered normal circumstances.
There's always more than one way to beat a game. Besides, it doesn't matter if you had the gold coin. The Zoian hunt stopped being fair a long time ago, kitten.
He taps the ground with his foot.
Listen.
I can't hear anything, but I sense faint metaflux fluctuations.
Maybe we can do this.
Black-red energy particles seep into the ground. A few seconds pass before the metaflux readings suddenly spike to dangerous levels. The ground rumbles and a horizontal crack appears in the central area to reveal a massive creature underneath. It quickly opens its eyes and leaps. It's a wanderer. The wanderer is encased in a massive shell. It instantly releases a powerful burst of metaflux. Does the N109 zone prepare these kinds of special creatures?
Of course not. I suspect this grand spectacle is their idea of a welcome party for honored guests from afar.
He's trying to mess with us this time. What do they want?
I don't care. I've had enough of this game. And its endless amount of rules.
He stands at the edge of a raised platform as black-red mist spirals up from his arms. It engulfs his entire body.
Let's end this once and for all.
Thank you, Cordially. You have transferred to Twitch. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that issue. I think I can turn it so that it's low. I think I can change it so that it's like low frequency. As in like low... like it's more live.
It's
but then
dangerous.
Apparently captions can't work on my video. So I don't know if people would like to use captions for my videos.
Let's attack it together. You can decide when.
Yeah.
I'll make sure
it needs
they're
to be
dead.
at a certain speed.
I guess it's
or
gonna
like
fight
lag.
dirty. We
So
could
that
have
it
done
can
some more
create
training.
captions apparently.
I just got sloppy.
You're too close. That's my spot.
I don't know if people use that though, so I'm not really sure.
Go back to the pit you came from. Silas.
It can't escape. Let's attack it together. You can decide when. It's your time to shine. Let's settle this in one fell swoop.
It's your turn.
Okay, if you say so. If we're covered, be careful.
Eat this.
It's like a little break for me, it's nice.
Let's attack it together. You can decide when.
I'll make sure they're dead.
You're too close. That's my spot.
Oh, it's locked. What does this do?
Stay on your toes. It's changing how... Don't forget about... Ready?
I was
Why
born
is he doing
ready.
it now?
Let's finish this.
Did that do damage?
Silas.
It did. Okay.
It can't escape. Let's settle this in one fell swoop.
We'll have to
I'll
control
show
her.
you.
She's gonna kill herself.
Let's attack it together. You can decide when. It's your time to shine.
Okay.
It's time to meet your maker.
Nice. Okay,
Don't be
it's
too
alright.
far
We're
away
good.
next
We're good.
time.
Nice. Stage or clear. Ding, 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 ding. You guys enjoying this so far? What do you guys find? It's cute, the back and forth that these guys have. I've been enjoying it anyway. It's a good story at the moment. I really like the dynamic between the two characters. They've got something special. It's always a tease. It's always a joy.
Entertaining as it is.
I'm almost
Doomsday?
Descends.
It's really loud. I'm always
Bring it on. It's your turn.
Okay, if you say so.
I've always been interested in having conversations like that in a playful mood, but
I'm
I feel like
just
you have to be
starting
quite
to
witty.
enjoy this.
You can have as much as you want here.
Are you up for a joyride later?
You like the
Where do you
MC
wanna take
dynamic
me?
as well.
Guess.
I like Mission Impossible. This is what I was saying. Mission Impossible. It's so Mission Impossible. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. And I absolutely love how Silas has confidence in MC. He's so confident in MC. Even when she hurts herself, he doesn't like he doesn't really what do I
Entertaining
say?
as it
He doesn't
is.
like criticize you.
Doomsday?
Descends.
So like literally like she got stabbed and he's not like, why did you do
aren't
that
so bad
for?
yourself.
Like,
Look out.
next time I'm gonna
I'm just
do everything
starting to
myself.
enjoy this.
He's still really
You
supportive.
can have as much as you want here. Doomsday?
Descend.
Desire.
Yeah, he's a supportive
The
king. He's really
ruler
nice.
of... Since we finished our warm-up.
The rest of the time belongs to us.
Yeah, I love this side of Silas. When he's that's one thing that I think, and that I also like with Caleb though, because he's like a flawed character, Caleb. Whereas for me, I think Silas is a perfect character. He is perfect. That's what I like about those two characters. They're very flawed. One is very flawed and one is very flawless, you know. What do you mean, Mario? I support everyone just like Silas, right? Get back to that red mage rotation, okay? Yeah.
An
To be honest,
appetizer?
if my lover got themselves stabbed, or like my friend got themselves
Here
stabbed,
comes a Doomsday.
Descends.
I don't
My
know.
turn. It's your turn.
I wouldn't be like,
Okay,
hey,
if you say so. It's tough.
Well done, partner.
I wouldn't be that chill. I don't think I wouldn't let them do it again. I'd just be like, just rest, like chill. And I think that's what Silas did. He was like, hey, rest, chill. Interesting. It's like a healthy balance. How many chapters are there? Oh, whoa, there's loads, isn't there? Holy mackerel. I feel like they all have flaws and it makes them seem more real. What is Silas's flaw? Because I actually don't know what Silas's flaw is. He's peak man. Like, I feel like the only flaw Silas has is that he's basically a mobster. But like every career and role has its flaws, right? Yeah, I'm not sure if he has flaws. Caleb's flaw is that he's overprotective. Raphael's flaw is that he's a bit of a baby and he's not accountable for responsibility, I would say. Like in the Abyss Walker, he's like, lets her live, which is sweet, but like, he literally is the leader of his people, and there hasn't been an ocean in like several thousand years. There has been no sea, you know? Zane, I would say he's like, obviously this is the way he is, but he's very cold, isn't he? And Xavier's just kind of like, Xavier's like, I don't know, he's a bit strange, Xavier. Silas's flaw is that MC is his weakness. I don't know if it's his flaw though. Like, as a personality, I don't think that's a flaw. As in like for story development, yeah, that's a flaw. That's a flaw for sure. Xavier's just a bit of a quiet one, yeah. As the protofield dissipates, the massive wanderer vanishes with it. The modified shell is still present when I fall to the ground. Bud. Actually. Nah, that's cool, we'll carry on. Pre-poetry feels more of a mentor to MC. The arena's floor gives way because of the impact. I plunge into the boundless darkness along with the debris. My descent ends with a violent crash. Clouds of dust billow out around me. My entire body feels shattered. Waves of pain slam into me. Ah! My right arm. I can barely move it. Please don't be broken. Clutching my stiff right shoulder, I squeeze through the cracks of the broken shell. A beam of light streams down through the hole above. It illuminates my position and reveals I'm in the middle of a towering corridor. Where's Silas? The floor was completely destroyed. I wonder if he also fell down. Hey, Silas! Silas! No response. I hope he's alright. Suddenly, I feel a faint tremor in my chest. I whip my head towards the end of the corridor. Its source is there. The vibration is soothing, and it gradually syncs with my heartbeat. My feet start moving on their own. It's as if someone is pulling invisible strings. I'm drawn towards the darkness.
Active life form detected. Verifying identity. Verification complete.
Huh?
Welcome back. 0. 0.
A sudden system malfunction warps the announcement into eerie static. It echoes between the high walls of the corridor.
Welcome back, Researcher Wesley.
This is the Gaia Research Center.
Welcome back, Researcher Dimitri.
Dimitri? I'm surprised for a moment, but the name fails to stir any significant emotions. I knew he was someone important.
Welcome back, Researcher Josephine.
Grandma. As each name is announced, the system's voice becomes gentler, The empty corridor is seemingly filled with the shadows of people walking through it once again.
Congratulations on regaining consciousness. Subject 001. How are you feeling today?
The voice is quiet, as though it's waiting for my response. Grandma's documents also referred to me as a subject. This system addressed me with the numerical designation of 1. It's me, right?
The following has been detected in the test subject's emotional state: confusion, wariness, and anxiety. Physical pain signals are also present. Subject 001. Do not be afraid. The nearest researcher is located in the observation room for demonstrations. You are currently 126 meters away. Please follow the guidance lights immediately to receive assistance.
A pale blue light materializes on the floor. Arrows pulsate one after another and beckon me to venture deeper into the facility. As I walk, more passages branch off from both sides of the corridor. Deep Space Signal Analysis Lab, Cosmic Archaeology Archives, Genetic Extraction and Analysis Center. Gaia Research Center's scope of scientific endeavors is far more extensive than I thought. I keep walking until I see life in the future, backtracker, savior, life from a higher plane of existence, emissary of the divine, life from the ancient ocean, Lemurian civilization. So it's Zane? Don't tell me Raphael is also. The labels point to different corridors, and each corridor houses a unique specialized research team. Holy shit, they're all from this research center. That's crazy. Number 2 is Caleb, clearly, because we played his myth. Sorry, spoilers. Number 1 is me, and then there's these other ones. That's crazy. Finally, I spot the sign for the Unicorn Research Team. It's pointing to the most prominent door at the end of the corridor. My heart pounds in my chest. The truth I've been waiting for is within reach, yet I'm hesitant. I'm suddenly afraid of facing my past. Maybe this is just a trap. But I've come too far to turn back now. I press my hand against the sensor in the center of the door. The resonance triggers a vibration and blue light courses through the circuit. It illuminates the massive door that has been dormant for so long. The heavy metal doors slide apart and warm light pours in. I turn my head away and raise my hand to shield my eyes.
What game are we playing today?
In a dreamlike haze, I watched as a tiny girl runs past me and throws herself into the familiar embrace of the figure standing in the light. Grandma. I take half a step back and rub my eyes. The vision vanishes along with the warm light. Under the harsh blue LED lights, a figure stands behind the doorway. They slowly turn to face me. You!
You're finally here. It's been a while, Subject 001. Our little bomb.
What the fuck? Roro Cuff has followed. Thank you for the follow, sweetheart. Appreciate it. Man, this is interesting stuff. Ooh, gave me goosebumps. Oh my gosh, it's the Gaia Research Center. That's crazy. I saw you guys talking about the flaws. Yeah, I honestly think Silas has no flaws. And, I feel like that's almost what makes him... He's like what people should strive to be. But... Or men to be. But it's almost... I don't know if it's possible to be like Silas. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's possible to be like Silas. The way he acts and the way he works is almost NPC-like, I would say. Like, everything he says is... Maybe the flaw is that he's too perfect, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anything that... Like, for a man's biggest weakness is to be his lover. That is the most dreamiest, soppiest thing that I feel like any female would love. That is so cute. It's so endearing. It's lovely. It's perfect. You know what I mean? It's cute, right? Like, my weakness is my love. You know? Anyway. Dimitri. Yeah, but like I said, Cordia, there's flaws with every career. Like, literally every career, there's flaws. Like, yeah, you date a gangster boss. That's like a very... I would say, like, on a very shallow level, it's a flaw, you're right. But if you take those things away, it's like... like, Xavier kills people. Or Wanderers. Zane's a doctor, but then he also kills people in the alternate reality. Raphael abandoned millions of sea people. So from like a lore perspective, yeah, there's flaws, but like from a character, like the way they act, the way they speak, the way they address themselves, the way they are courteous to the MC, I feel like Silas captures it perfectly. He is such a gentleman, and he knows when to put the pressure on, but you still feel comfortable. And he didn't drug you like Caleb behind your back. He is literally spiking that drink in front of you. He's like, here you go, sweetheart. You know? He's not hiding behind anything, right? If he's gonna spike your drink, he's gonna do it in front of you. You know? Man's got balls. Silas is peak man. If you're gonna spike the drink, you better do it properly. Do it in front of them. And make sure there's a good ass reason. MC's been stabbed. Come on. MC has been stabbed. I will spike your drink. Anyway, back to the story. So that's why everything here still works, even though it has been abandoned for years. The real reason you're in Karon, is because you're guiding the research center.
Of course. This place holds the buried dreams of countless researchers, the seeds of world-changing discoveries. In addition...
Dimitri spreads his arms, in somewhat of a dramatic, welcoming gesture.
It's where you were born. Your first home in this world.
I tighten my grip on the gun at my waist. I'm waiting for the next outrageous revelation.
Back then, the research team accompanied you every day. We raised you as if you were our own child. We believed you represented humanity's most intimate connection with deep space.
A flickering hologram appears behind him. Fragmented faces of figures huddled together, manifest before dissolving into light and shadow. I don't recognize any of them. The warmth wells up from the depths of my heart.
After the Chrono Rift catastrophe, our team was disbanded. Many of us disappeared without a trace. I'm the only one who stayed here to keep watch. I knew you would return one day. I've been waiting for you for a long time.
You already knew who I was when you saw me at Karon.
Why, of course! I can recognize our most precious treasure anywhere. Your power is unique, after all.
I don't like how they treat me like something, like they're objectifying me. Like, I'm a person, dude. He unconsciously moves half a step. Upon seeing me back away wearily, his voice becomes even gentler.
Don't be afraid, my child. I've been waiting for you this whole time. I must atone for the sin I left behind. I know you have many questions. Go ahead. Ask them. I'll tell you everything you want to know.
Seeing the sincerity in his eyes, I hesitate. Should I ask him a question? I might be closer to truth this time. I need to hear what he has to say. You said I was born here. Can you tell me what happened back then?
While not an ancient beginning, it was still sacred nonetheless.
A hologram of an energy graph depicting the process of planetary evolution appears in the center of the ruins. Planets are born, and eventually they die. Then they're reborn only to die again. Visibly moved, he stares at the floating data curves on the display.
It's a beautiful cycle.
I asked about my origins, not humanity's. You don't have to start from when the Earth was formed.
You think this is the life cycle of a planet? It's not. It's a representation of your life, your power.
Damn, he's getting hyped. Are you crazy? Go on.
You are Ever's most wonderful, most magnificent creation!
A blank expression appears on my face. I can't even pretend to play along anymore. But Dimitri doesn't care about whether his audience is responding or not.
It began in 2034, when humanity received a faint signal from deep space. Once it was decoded, it revealed a story about a planet's quest for immortality. An ordinary planet achieved immortality by harnessing an inexhaustible cosmic energy source. They inspired us. And so, we conducted an experiment using collisions to recreate this inexhaustible cosmic energy. After several failed attempts, one proved to be a success. The energy manifested. However, no one expected it to appear inside a child's body. And that child was you.
He's really hyped.
The powerful energy fluctuations we were waiting for. They came from you. The power was impossible to analyze and measure. It only grew stronger as time passed. It grew like a planet and reached its peak on day 27. Then it started to decay on day 36. On day 41, it disappeared completely, dead. Then it was followed by an explosion. But shortly after, your power reconstituted itself and began to grow once again, just like a planet.
Okay.
Therefore, we believe the power of the Aether core within your body is equivalent to the energy of a planet.
With growing intensity, his gaze gradually shifts from the hologram to me. It's as if he's seeking my confirmation. Fascinating. I can't help but let out a scornful laugh. So you're saying I could destroy and rebuild everything on a whim? Is that why you're telling me this? You want me to help you destroy the world? Dimitri's outstretched arms are slowly lowered as a look of dejection appears on his face.
I don't blame you for being skeptical. Even we who witnessed your birth firsthand were at a loss. We didn't know if we should let you grow up like a normal person or use you as a resource. Would this immense power lead to catastrophe?
There goes that caring facade. Took you long enough. Referring to this place as my first home and then talking about a magnificent creation. In the end, it was just about making profit. Even in the ramblings of a madman, fragments of the truth lie hidden beneath insanity. From his words, I can piece together what Ever wanted to obtain via Unicorn. They desired a new kind of energy that was far more powerful and plentiful than Earth's natural resources and prodigal energy. Maybe that was when Ever set their sights on the Ether Core.
You have no idea what kind of temptation lay before us back then.
He's so creepy. While Dimitri is engrossed in his fervent monologue, I keep an eye on his unstable state. I also use this as an opportunity to examine the laboratory.
We had countless debates. The Chrono Rift catastrophe struck when we were in the middle of our endless back and forth. And then it happened. It will always be the most regrettable thing I've ever done. I can never make up for it in this life.
my career, my dreams, my colleagues. Those days we spent to achieve our goals.
Something's wrong with him. My gaze quickly shifts to the control panel some distance away from Dimitri. I discreetly get ready to use my evo.
It's over. It's truly over!
He's gonna transform, isn't he? Seemingly drowning in penitence, Dimitri falls to his knees and triggers a hidden mechanism. A surge of energy rises from below. The large laboratory begins to shake as the rails rattle. Wait. It's not the laboratory that's shaking. Sensing movement beneath my feet, I quickly back away, but I slam into a wall instead of finding the door. A massive curved glass panel had silently descended behind me. Its cold surface blocked my escape route. I've barely pulled out my gun when curved glass panels previously suspended above and diagonally in front of me descend. The panels are about to create the perfect cage. I'll be stuck inside the spherical chamber like an insect preserved in amber. It's a mechanical trap. I'd walked into the jaws of a beast as soon as I stepped through the laboratory doors.
Go on now! Fix our mistakes! Go on! Go!
With steady hands, I slip a small explosive charge into the last remaining gap before the glass panels seal themselves. Then I get down on the ground as fast as I can. Shockwaves reverberate throughout the spherical chamber. A strong force strikes my head. In spite of the pain, however, I hear the rails get jammed for a split second. I charge towards the explosion site without a second thought. Now, using my momentum, I smash my gun against the area where the glass panels meet. The impact forcibly opens a narrow gap barely half a palm wide. I immediately raise my gun to shoot. The bullets hit the area near Dimitri's feet, but they fail to stop whatever switch he activated. I aim my gun at him. A familiar energy emanates from the darkness behind Dimitri, and as he stands up, my instincts scream at the new threat I open fire. The bullets hit him, but he seems unfazed as he pulls out a weapon and aims it at me. The powerful blast sends me flying and crushes what little chance of survival I had been just desperately clinging to. That sounds like Nier Automata music, doesn't it? Hello everybody. Hello, what have I missed? What have I missed? Boom bitches. Adrimiravel. Whoa, Sop Effect. Thank you for the follows, guys. Whoa, you guys are coming in hot and fast right now. Hey. Hey there. Shout out to the VA, he did go hard. He went so hard. Ooh, Casey's here. Hey, Casey.
Casey the artist. Ooh.
It's not like Mason Mode. It's not the flaws. Then what is it? Maybe I'll donate that again for it. The story's great, Casey. The story is really, really good. It's amazing. He's doing such a good job. I feel so immersed. Yeah, he's good. I wonder if Grandma is crazy too. I don't think so. Do you know what I reckon happened? I reckon Grandma saved us and took us away from what he wanted to do. And she let us live a normal life. I think Grandma was a goodie. Does that make sense? I think that's what I reckon anyway. If I need to spike your drink, I do on your watch. Exactly. All's the world of being a woman, Nate. Well, I mean, yeah, objectification is bad, but I mean, at times, sometimes, I look at people and ladies and I'm like, whoa, you know, and I'm not doing it like, you tasty subject. I'm like, beautiful, you know, and I think it's the way you go about it, right? Because I feel like, you know, if you're like a little creep, like, oh, hey there, what you doing tonight, You know, you look beautiful, like a hourglass, you know. I think you're gonna creep some people out, but if you're like, oh, hello there, darling, beautiful, isn't it, the sky? Yes, it's beautiful, just like your eyes. How you doing? My name's Nath. Something like that, you know. a little bit more natural. And then if they're like, you're a bit weird, I'll be like, I am. It's my middle name. Anyway, can I talk to you, or you want me to go? And you respect boundaries, you know. But some people, they like it, you know. If someone's like, oh hey, you look great today, and they're like, oh hey, thanks man, you do too, and then you can start sparking a conversation. So yeah, Gran seems to have regrets about her past. I was wondering what Gran you was talking about. I don't know which one you was talking about. That's what you mean by me see beautiful. Yeah, exactly. Like, if these people were real, I mean, let's be honest, these voice actors are real people. Silas's voice actor is wonderful. Whoever possesses that voice in real life, you can control the world with that voice, you know. Like, if I saw him IRL ever, and I'd just be like, dude, your voice is incredible. Like, I mean, technically I'm objectifying him because I'm talking about his voice, but I mean, he gets paid and it's good. Silas got you into this game, damn. Yeah. I mean, it can be sexual as well. You can look at a dude and be like, I'd fuck, you know? Like, it's just natural instinct. It's just, I think it's really difficult because it's just the way you go about it, isn't it? It is simply just the way you go about it. Like, if you're a creepo, I don't know. It's just it's hard. It's hard. Like, if you saw, it sounds really bad, but let's be real. In real life, if a very attractive person does something a bit funny, they are most likely to get away with it. But if it was like, and I'm not gonna define beauty standards, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, in general, if a very unattractive person who doesn't really put much effort into the way they look does the same thing, you know, it's considered like, oh, it's bad. But, you know, there's so many examples of, like, very attractive people getting away with stuff that should not have gone down, you know. But it's just the way you go about things, I guess, and luck of the draw. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. So, and you know, some people, you know what, objectification, sometimes I feel like we seek it. Sometimes, you know, when I dress up and I do my hair, I'm like, I want someone to say, hey, nice hair, or like, you look good today, man, you put effort in. Because yeah, I did. I damn fucking right I put effort in, right? Compliment me. But obviously in a non-ego way. It's just when you make an effort to look good and show up, you kind of do it for yourself, right? But you know, you're trying to show your best hand when you go to some places. And it's nice to hear a compliment over here. Anyway, I don't know if I should leave you guys on a hanger, or should I do one more or two more? I don't know. I'm weighing out the options right now. I'm weighing out the options. Do I leave you guys on a cliffhanger? One more? One more. Alright. Alright, sweethearts. We'll do one more. Okay?
When are you coming back?
Well, Adrimivrevel? I hope I said that right. I'll be back on Friday at 6:30 BST PM. Adri, that's a lovely name. I've experienced lots of objectification, actually. I was bullied in uni because of my looks and appearance, actually. So I've been subject of very bad objectification as a 18 to 20 year old. So yeah, I won't go into too much details about that, but it's not nice. It's not nice. Yeah, but I guess you know, sometimes it makes your skin thicker and you get on with it. So anyway, let's do one more chapter because you guys don't want me to hold you here. You want me to give you a little bit more. So alright, Let's see what we got. Chaos, agony, the freezing cold. My body feels like it's being crushed. I must have blacked out for a bit. Fighting through the pain, racking my body and the taste of blood, I forced myself to get up inside the glass sphere. On one knee, I struggle to catch my breath. Below me lies a metallic floor made from an unknown material, and above me looms an inverted glass chamber. A familiar sight triggers a flood of memories. This is the deep space collision chamber. I was imprisoned here before.
Stop struggling, child.
The voice pierces the thick glass. The collision chamber has already been activated. It's now floating 6 feet off the ground. Dimitri stands below and the controller in his hand is stained with blood.
I already obtained the current data on your eval while you were in the battle.
He raises a chip in his hand.
Once I insert this into the chip reader, the equipment can use its antimatter capabilities.
Oh fuck, antimatter, here we go.
To completely neutralize your energy.
He sounds a bit drunk. Although there's a gentle smile on his face, the hate in his gaze twists it into something grotesque. Disgusted, I turn away and try to concentrate on resonating with the collision chamber's energy source. I can't resonate with it. How is that even possible?
Go. Return to where you came from. You never had a place in this world. Humans who foolishly try to control a power as great as yours will only bring disaster upon themselves. The Chrono Rift catastrophe and the Wanderers. It was all because of our greed. We should have never created you. With the hands that stained this world in sin, I'll put an end to it.
I stand up while using the glass wall as support, yet vertigo hits me. Air is being drained out of the chamber. The pressure suddenly drops and the air in my body rapidly expands. At this rate, my lungs might rupture before anything else kills me. I hate to admit it, but I feel like I'm getting a sense of déjà vu. My body recognizes this feeling before my mind does. Muscle memory is sending me a warning. It won't be long until I can lose control of my limbs. I'll be able to feel anything. And my strength, even my force, will slow down and fade into oblivion. That was who I used to be. I won't sit here and wait to die. My thoughts are sluggish as I watch myself in slow motion. I draw my weapon. Struggling to raise my arm, I pull the trigger and cause an explosion. But the energy burst from my weapon is absorbed by the active collision chamber. It can convert energy into fuel for its power source. My vision blurs. Not only is my strength being drained, my body is also becoming numb. The glass chamber reflects the cold laboratory lights. They sketch out fragmented memories. It's the same collision chamber that I was violently thrown into as a child.
Those monsters and that cosmic void in the sky, it's all because of you! You are this world's calamity. We should have destroyed you years ago.
I've experienced this before. It was him at that time too. The contorted face of the young man begins to merge with Dimitri's weary, wrinkled face below, and then I lose my sense of direction.
Since that day, I've been the only one who is determined to destroy you. I failed before, but time proved to me that I was on the right side of history.
I like this voice actor.
I will finish what I started and atone for my past failure.
So we are responsible for the reason why Wanderers exist. Like, this is crazy if that's the case. Is that correct? This lunatic.
Be gone! Go back to where you came from! Just die already!
I refuse to let this maniac kill me. A powerful resonance resounds and builds within the chamber. It sinks up with the tremors deep within my heart. I desperately try to maintain control. I'm attempting to seal the weak spots the echoes create, but I'm fighting a losing battle. The resonance's energy hums and shatters invisible chains. My consciousness breaks free from its physical cage. My soul rapidly surges forth. My consciousness disperses with the energy burst. Countless reverberations echo across this planet. And from deep space, a mysterious connection descends. My awareness gradually fades as my body feels weightless. The ethereal eye appears once more. It devours me completely this time. What am I? What the fuck is going on? In boundless darkness, I drift through the cosmos. It's like I'm part of it. I am the cosmos. I see a planet on the brink of destruction, and the different paths it could take. Some explode like tiny fireworks before their life could begin. Others are further along in their journey. However, all of them perish, and at the end of their lives, each planet collapses inward. A tiny core takes its place. The one born from destruction, the Origo core, it silently floats in space as energy stirs from its slumber. Cosmic strings resonate with it. Space-time twists and stretches. Everything and nothing has changed. The Origo core descends upon a planet nearing collapse. It's waiting for the end, and its own rebirth. All the sensations in my body disappear as the scene before me gradually fades into darkness. Suddenly, I hear a strong heartbeat and feel a warm power flow through me. It's a fragment from another place and time, yet it brings a familiar presence. Everything that was lost has now returned to me. And at first they're just blurry images reminiscent of scattered, flickering stars in my mind. But as time passes, these images start to become clear. They slowly come together and form vivid, tangible scenes, complete with sounds, textures, temperatures, and even the faintest presence. They're real and full of life. Unfamiliar fragments connect into a single, unbroken thread. Those past experiences, emotions, choices, and missions. Once again, they cross the barriers of time and space, carefully weaving themselves into the fabric of my existence. They become a part of me. What the That was crazy. Have you guys seen Jujutsu Kaisen? Have you guys seen Jujutsu Kaisen? That was Infinite Void. That was Infinite Void. Literally. That was so Infinite Voidy. Spoilers. It's not really, it's like 4 years old at this point. But spoilers.
領域に対する最も有効な手段。こっちも領域を展開する。相性とか呪力量にもよるけど。領域展開。無料空所。
Yo, this is MC. This is MC right here. She's like, oh my gosh, what the hell's happening? This is MC.
ここは無加減の内側。知覚、伝達、皮肉だよね。すべてを与えられると何もできず。でも君には聞きたいことがあるから、これくらいで勘弁してあげる。
Yeah, so the vibes I got straight away when it went to like the universe, the planet, like everything, like outer body, learning that you are connecting to all of life and purposes and stuff. I was just like, yo, this is Infinite Void. It's like an information overload. And like the characters, the MC is just like, what the fuck is happening? Sort of thing. That was crazy. MC is the cosmos, literally. She is like the universe. It's crazy. Damn, that was sick. That's a really good place to end, but flipping out. These story chapters are freaking good. They are so good. Like, that was unbelievable. That was really exciting. That was so fun. I wish I could do more, but I've got work tomorrow. Wow, and I finally feel like I'm up to scratch. I'm getting to know what you guys know, and I'm getting it, you know? And I wonder how Zane comes into play. Like, is he going to save us? Is he going to try and step in? What is he going to try and do? Wow, that was amazing. That was amazing. Amazing stream. Amazing stream. Everybody clap. Yay. That was sick. That was sick. Really good update by Infold. That was really fun. I haven't even finished chapter 2. That was... How can that be just the... What is that? The third chapter? Are you joking me? This is just the third chapter. Oh my gosh. We've got a lot to go through on Friday. We've got a lot to get through on Friday. Casey, have you heard my new mic? Hello, Casey. Can you hear me? Can you hear my nose? Can you guys hear me? This is new. Yeah. I can whisper now, so I can whisper into your sweet, sweet ears. Good night, sweethearts. That's cool. Great. Well, that was really fun. I would like to let you know my thoughts, but I feel like I need to go through so much more. But initially, I guess the first chapter, let's just ignore this. This was like an entire story arc in itself. But let's look at what we've done so far. Absurdity unfolds. This was really fun. This was really good. Everything is connecting back to Eva, and I feel like Caleb, you have so much to answer for. So much to answer for. I don't understand. Well, I do. I get it. But it's just crazy. And like, how does Raphael, Xavier, and the rest connect to the Gaia Research Center? You know, how do they all connect to it? What do they represent? Are they gods? Are they spirits? Are they immortal just like us? Like, what is this? Why do we not remember our past memories and stuff? Like, it's interesting. So anyway, we're gonna try and raid someone. Yeah, I know you guys are here, but I'm gonna do my YouTube tag. So hey
everybody, please like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, follow Twitch.
I'm on TikTok. I'm on the TikTok too. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. It was really fun. It was really fun to do this. And we're gonna be back here, same time, baby girls. Friday, 6:30 BST. Convert the time zone because I'm not very good at that. And if you want more information of when we start, go on Discord. I know some of you don't like Discord, but it's a really good place where you can sort of understand when events are happening. It will like trigger like a notification or something. But you get like live updates. Everyone likes to talk about L&D there. We have a little Final Fantasy 14 group as well. And yeah, we just... If you have any questions out of nowhere, feel free to, you know, let me know or whatever. And the mods will let me know if there's a question. And yeah, We can talk, yeah? Much talk, much wow. You get what I mean? Let your mind now rest. Overload information. When I first experienced when MC had the Cosmo experience, I literally had to sit up. I had goosebumps. It's getting crazy. We don't even have the 6th Li. I am the 6th Li. You see that? That's my mascot. You know every Li has a plushie. This is my plushie. No, I'm kidding. Right, let's raid someone.
Can we raid someone? You guys want to raid someone? Should we raid? Let's do it. Let's raid. Love in deep space.
Let's Wade. Have a good night, guys, and see you around on YouTube. I don't know how to raid on YouTube, so don't ask me. Do not ask me. But how many have we got on Twitch right now? Oh, we got 23 viewers on Twitchy. Alright, guys. You guys ready to raid? I don't know how to do this. Wait. Yeah, raid. 6th Li is Mephisto. Yeah. Atomic Sade? Atomic Sade? Let's take a look at Atomic Sade. Let's chill. Let's do Atomic Sade. I kind of like her vibes. Should we do that? Alright. Let me go back to my channel. Let's do /raid Atomic Sade. Alright, you guys ready?
Hi.
Alright. Have a good one, chat. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'll see you on Friday when we uncover the rest of this wonderful, wonderful MSQ story arc thing. Alright? Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1.
See you later.
And boom, we have pressed the button. And for the YouTube people,
bye.
So hope to see you again, and look forward to the YouTube